Oh, amigo. Eagle Gardens. Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. This is episode 667, WEedNerdWorld. Was that a little birthday for a sec, man? Hopefully there's not enough time in the day. Hopefully you guys' day has been a little less hectic than mine, but good nonetheless. Top check. 710 consumers to cheers. Jason Stone. Ready. What's up, Mr. GreenFingers? Gonna get the fucking chat all popped out here. Live chat or top chat, live chat, please. So you don't miss any of the fun. First trying to warm up. What's up, thankless kind floor notes? Cheers to you, my friend. We just 207. Not first, your last. Cheers, brother. What's up, Mr. John? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day as well. Justin Bean. Might be an autopilot nights. What's up, Mr. Thunder Dance? Stoney Rockafeller rolling in. Hell yeah. I love it when they take off like this. What's up, Stoney?
Am I number one?
Numero.
What's happening, my man?
How much, man? How you doing today?
Great. Hanging out in the garage, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 78, 80 degrees out.
I was here yesterday, the day before. It sucks, don't it? At least you got a nice, good use of the bikes, by the way.
Right.
Love it. So I seen in one of your comments the other day that you were kind of question mark the 4th of July. You guys are down, I'm down, man. I'm just saying.
For what? July 30th?
Whenever you guys. I thought you mentioned the 4th, but it's all good.
Did you? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking about the Big Clouds thing. We're supposed to go back. We're supposed to go up there and jam on the 30th.
Right on. Hell
They're
yeah.
having something called
I'd see you live. I'd rather see you live, but yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So if it's not too far, but I don't know. I'm still working out the details with Adam. So I'm not getting, he hasn't been like, he asked for pictures of the band and all this stuff. And all right. And then he's like, you know what? I think I want to come by and check you guys out. And I'm like, all right, yeah, we're south side of Chicago, about a half hour, 45 minutes. In Roselle, you can come hang out. I mean, or you could go to look at our Catachronic YouTube channel, the Eagles channel, and
many other
future
Gamers project.
And the Chad Westport show.
All right.
And that's it. And so I'm still waiting to hear back. I don't know if he's coming out or what he's doing. I still don't know if we're
I hope he
really
does.
playing. I mean, it sounds like we are, but I haven't heard back yet about. He wanted to give us some flyers or whatnot to post up on social media. He asked if we would do it, and I was like, "Of course I would." I mean,
why would it'd be his loss.
It would be my loss not to do it. Of course, I promote our shows.
Loss. It'd be their loss if you didn't do it. If you know what I mean? If you know what I mean? Hang out. But
we'd all lose. That's not what it's about. We're all supposed to work together and bring as much people in and have the best fucking party ever, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what basically, yeah. How could you go wrong with having just a bunch of kick-ass bands there? You know what I mean? Seems like you'd want to stack them. Cheers to Socal and the Pheno Fisherman's popping in. I gotta start taking I gotta start taking roll here in the show details before I forget.
Oh, here we go.
Welcome, Pheno Fisherman.
Hey.
Welcome to your first WEedNerdWorld, brother.
I
Thank you
made
for
it. How are you
popping in.
guys?
Cheers, brother.
Good. What be growing? What growing on?
I caught you guys when I was doing chores, so I'm going to be doing some chores here.
That's
I saw you.
fine.
Why not? I'll jump in with you guys. It's been a minute. It's coming. It's coming. I've been working on a lot. It's coming. What you been up to, man?
With everything. First and foremost, we need to ask Socal what's up with him. Has
Is there
his
somebody-
transition?
There was
There's
somebody
four of us. So
here, right? Okay, I can only see
yeah,
you.
if you swipe, if you're on a phone and you swipe to one direction there, you can see four up to four.
Okay.
And then if we get more, you got to keep swiping. Or if you swipe back, it'll just flip back and forth to the person who's talking. That's how the phone
Right up.
works.
How you doing, Stoney?
Cheers, brother. How are you?
Socal,
Excellent.
Socal,
sorry.
he's being shy right now. Don't worry though. He'll snap out of that.
I'm so not used to it. That's why I'm like, did he butt Zoom link us or what? Starting to want.
We got the heads up you were here. We were actually just hanging out in Gus's Discord, just shooting the shit, and we get the alarm, and it's like, oh, he's on. Okay, see who's gonna be first. Dun, 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 dun. And here.
Says that's either a finely rolled joint or a cigarette. I've never seen
This
you
is a
smoke
cigarette. Yeah, I don't have.
No way.
Well, I do actually have finely rolled joints because I have the machine that does it. But we were just talking about this earlier. I don't really smoke joints that much. It wasn't part of my thing, growing up. It was more of a, a bowl real quick, take a couple quick hits, put the thing back in your pocket, and you kept on your way until you can do it again, right? So it was like every couple minutes maybe, or 20 minutes goes by, and you hit it again 2 times. And so I kind of developed that pattern of smoking, and it's old habits die hard. Plus I smoke a shit ton of joints when I'm at Larry's, because that's all Larry smokes. So there's no
Hey,
shortage
what time
of
is
joints.
it for you guys right now?
For me, it's about 1 a.m., a little after 1.
It's 10 o'clock at my house right now.
Lucky dog. I wish I could rewind to 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the sun
Socal,
is
you
still
there?
out all night.
That'd take a little getting used to, but it'd be fun, I think. I don't know. So what you smoking on up there, Mr. Fisherman?
Tonight it's been I just finished testing around with my crosses of the Nugs Bunny, and the one I've been smoking tonight is the Bionic Bunny, the GMO cross to Nugs Bunny, and it's nice. I didn't pop a lot of seeds to that one, and I only ended up with a couple females, and one of them is just GMO. I mean, I wouldn't want to get the labels mixed up. I wouldn't be able to tell them apart. They're just the same plant almost. But there's one of them that's real interesting that I like. That I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like something that makes you lazy but excited. at the same time. Does that make sense? It's kind of a unique smoke, actually. It kind of caught me off guard. Because both of them are just really, they smell like GMO and they look like GMO. Really GMO dominant. But the high on the one of them is really, really enjoyable. That's what I've been smoking today. The other one I'm really excited about is the Lime Fuel Aid crossed with Nugs Bunny. And the Lime Fuel Aid is the sister of the mother of Nugs Bunny. So it's kind of an in-cross. And that one has been my favorite that I've been smoking a lot lately out of those testers. Really high energy, just like super high energy weed. It's kind of like a shot of espresso. And yeah, that's been my main couple things lately. And you guys probably already talked about it, but what are you guys smoking on?
That's a good question. I think I'm smoking. No, it is. It's South Beach from Lit Farms.
I am smoking nothing yet. Yeah, might be smoking this GG4 here. Fucking Socal was weird, man. We couldn't hear him, but his screen was actually lighting up like Zoom was registering it. Did you see it? Because on my Zoom, like your boxes light up. His box was trying to light up.
Yeah,
but I didn't
saw
hear
it.
him.
It was weird. I don't know what's going on. I wonder if it's a Bluetooth thing.
So, could be. GreenFingers is stuck in limbo for some reason. I don't know. Must be a slow night. So this is it was given to me by this great gentleman and his wife at Mendo in the Mitten, that same place we were just talking about earlier. And this is a hunk of the GG4 is what's left. Yesterday I was talking about that raspberry beret, but tonight it's gonna be that GG4. So far, man, excellent all the way down. There's a butt of the Mac 1, the raspberry beret, the garlic breath, and some GG4 was in there. You know, all of them were really good. So he was a good meat and good, you know what I mean? I'm gonna reach out to this cat and see if he wants to come on and talk to us.
They were there, right? They had a booth or whatever.
Well, they were in the pictures with us in like Mendo Dope. He was wearing a hat, had kind of a beard. He had a wife. Yeah,
I remember that dude. Yeah, cool. That's awesome. I'm excited, man. I keep getting stuff from all you guys out there, man, and it's like, I want to grow it all at once. So now I was talking to Thunder Dan earlier, and he's going to be doing the stuff you gave him and Smiley. So both of your, the Dank of Anthony, the DOA project, both of yours, and then your Colombian, he said. And then I think he got something else from Smiley, the Jack Skillington cross. So he's going to run all that. And I'm like, oh, you fucker. Now you made me want to do it too. I'm like, I don't know. I had other stuff planned, but now I'm like, I'm fighting with myself. But I need to start doing something real soon because there's going to be a lull now. So it's just too many beans. And I keep getting more. Caribou sent me. Well, last year, Caribou was going to send me this mango cross that he had made because DP was growing it. And I stopped at his place and I smelled like I could smell the mango. Like, it was amazing, like crazy smell. And this one plant, and he had quite a few in there, and that one plant was overpowering everything. And I mean, he had some lemon Jeffrey in there, which is a pretty stinky plant. And I forgot what else, but this fucking mango thing was just over. So I asked him Like, dude, if I could ever get some of those, tell me what I need to do. He's like, I'll just send them to you. That was last year. So he called me like a week ago. He's like, I just want to confirm your address. I'm like, for what? He's like, well, I got those seeds. I'm like, those seeds, that mangoes. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, so you're sending them now? He's like, well, I told you.
That's kind of
But I know he's been going through a whole bunch of personal shit too. So, and I don't give a shit.
I only laugh because I'm right there with him. It makes me feel a little bit better because I've been a little lax on shipping some shit out. So that makes me feel a shit ton better, to be honest with you. Just wanted to say cheers to Buddy and GreenFingers. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Cheers, guys. That's fine. I was just gonna say, what's up, gentlemen?
Howdy.
Not much. Cheers, bud. Cheers.
I want to give a quick shout out to you guys at one point I think I have mentioned that I am constantly bragging about you guys and the show and stuff for people to come check it out, that people are missing out on some great people. And no different. Today was no different. I've been unfortunately at the auto parts store the last few days, and I pop in for the day 3 of buying parts, and this cat chuckles at me a little bit. I walk in, I'm like, it's okay to laugh. It's okay to laugh. And we strike up a pretty good conversation, and somewhere along the lines of the conversation, cannabis came up, and I was like, you got to check out the show. And he was like, hell yeah, he subbed up right there at the counter. Hell yeah, man, this is my kind of shit, man. So shout out to the guy at the auto parts store. And the same thing at the tobacco shop, man. I went and stopped in to buy me some papers and shit. I'm like, if you smoke weed, you might want to come hang out.
Yeah.
So,
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
To the two gentlemen.
There he is.
Fuck, man. Fuck. What's happening, guys?
You are now.
Don't say anything, guys. Oh, you're supposed to pretend like we can't hear them.
So, pro tip: when doing dishes, don't drop your fucking phone in the sink.
Duh.
Well, you don't have the Submariner version?
Right. Yeah, I didn't get that cool waterproof one.
I thought they were all waterproof now.
Well, apparently not.
I shouldn't take mine to the shower no more then.
I'm not even gonna go there, bro.
No, that's a statement. I'm just saying I just shouldn't take it to the shower no more then.
So how about them Bears?
He caught Socal on an off night. There you go, dude.
No, I feel bad for the guy because I was just looking at his weather report. So
1 million degrees.
Only like 1,000,001.
It'll be 1 million and melting tomorrow. Everything.
yeah. Well, I was thinking about going down for a morning ride, and I looked at the weather, and it just said 100 and holy fuck for like the next 10 days.
It gets hot around 7 o'clock at night, like really hot. It's like, what the fuck, dude? The sun's gone. Why is it getting hotter?
The sun just slipped underneath your flat part of the earth and was hiding underneath
Directly underneath you. That's what it feels like. It really feels like
it's cooking you from the underneath now. It's like a broiler.
That's what it does, dude. Like that fucking desert ground stores all that heat, and as soon as the sun's off it, fucking releases it.
Yeah, then it gets humid a little bit, like 16% to 30% out of nowhere. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, that's because the cool air heating with the warm sand, heating the fucking environment.
Shit, the
Well, that
wintertime, the
fucking-
sand is freezing. Like it's so cold, you could put your hands in there and like literally like freeze in the wintertime. Summertime, you could cook something. So it's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
So I know I say this like a lot so far. So you don't want to hear my 7-day forecast though.
Why not?
75
Well-
across the board all week.
Well, 80 degrees.
Kinda. Right. Tomorrow is the highest day there for a while at 89.
Oh, wow.
And then 76, 72 with low of 45 and 48.
I'm good. I can't handle that
It's
cold.
half winter up here.
That's cold as fuck for me, dude. I'm in a sweater and a hoodie and a hat and mittens and sun socks. I'm good. I could handle the heat.
Your blood's thin right now. That's why.
That's been thin my whole life then. Shit, I'm fucking like a reptile. Like, gotta be cold-blooded, come out to the sun, then I get some energy. Like, shit.
Well, these wild drops we're getting 103 one day, 82 the next. 82 feels pretty fucking cold when you dealt with 103 all the day before, you know? It's like, holy shit, I could wear pants today. Even though a month earlier we'd have been sweating and dying, like, oh my God, 82, fuck, it's hot. So it's wild.
It looked like good weather at Wrigley this evening. Isn't that the town you're
Oh
in? Summer?
yeah, dude, are you kidding me? It'll be beautiful
Okay.
down there tonight.
Yeah, the Dead fucking shredded off the hook. Best show of the tour tonight. I think it had to do with what was going on today because the set list had songs involving freedom and rights.
Wait, were you
And
there?
No, I get the stream package like
Oh yeah, okay.
for every show. So
That's
it's called
cool.
the Couch Core. I went to 3 of the shows this tour. And then there's 19 shows. Tonight was the 8th. So Couch
Now they
Tour
play
we
here
call it.
again tomorrow because martial arts
Yeah.
is coming. And do they come back here
yeah.
next week and play too? Or Eagle, are
No,
you coming
no.
to Illinois?
Pine Knob, I think, is where Eagles
Oh,
going.
Pine Knob.
But
Then
Wrigley,
Marshall's coming up to
yeah,
hang out up
Wrigley
there.
tonight because of the, I guess you'd say the Supreme Court thing. Yeah, they had graphics that they showed, on the screens that were like protest, and even in the space they had like a historic speech from like I think the first time they passed it, but they were they were using it as like electronic noise, but you could hear it underneath it. And I think it's the second time in 6 years they played this song. They opened with Women Are Smarter, which is a Harry Belafonte tune from way back. Yeah, it was epic show tonight.
Said Red Sutter Farm said he'll be there on the 29th too at that Dead show. And CJ Apple, I actually threw out an invitation to him, and because of work schedules, whatever, couldn't commit. But he's like, man, if I can break off, I might just
Now,
come
so-
party in the parking lot.
you and Marshall are going together, Marshall Artist and you.
Yeah.
All
Yep,
right.
me and martial artists are gonna go have fun. And it sounds like hopefully I see Red Sutter, like I said, Red Sutter in chat.
Well,
so
he said
may
he
be
was
there.
bringing Skilbo and a bunch of guys. A couple of them are going to their second show. He took them to their first show last
nice.
summer, or I think something like that. It'll be a good one.
Yeah, it just sounded like it just got better. He said mine will be on my fifth show. Nice. It'll be my first. It'll be my first, guys.
Tonight, Billy Strings played in North Carolina, and that was pretty damn epic. Widespread Panic was at Red Rocks, and then the Dead at Wrigley. And
Billy
like
Strings,
I
fucking
realized music is like
Is
when
wild.
over my life, when shit's going on in the world, like bad shit or good shit or just big things in the world, it always comes out in music. And yeah, tonight was shredding music. I mean, it's not from a good thing, but I think that the energy of the people and the music, like, yeah, it went down tonight.
Buddy, you're all, like all the shit coming to San Diego. I just saw a billboard tonight for a good fucking, who is it, dude? It's like, I was on the road and on the bike and I couldn't really read the billboard, but it looked like, I thought it said Leonard Skinner, but they're gone.
No,
But there's somebody from that era, like two bands coming
no,
together.
Leonard Skinner is basically down to, I think, one remaining member, but they got their thing back together.
Gary Rosington's the last guy left.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's the library that counts, right? So
Right, but who's coming? I swear to God, it said Skinner and somebody else on the billboard.
Well,
We're coming
maybe
here
it's
this
ZZ
month.
Top because they're out touring too. That fits in that genre. A show I'm looking forward to in August is Tedeschi Trucks Band. They're coming to town, and
Oh yeah.
that's
They're
that's like a 13-piece band, and they got their shit together.
Yeah, they're phenomenal.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to go ride and find that billboard now because I tried to make a mental note of like, oh, dude, I gotta go look at the tickets for this show. Now I forgot who it was.
I think if you just Googled, you'd probably come up with the shows in San Diego upcoming or something.
I'll just pick up the reader. Fucking look.
Yeah.
Shit, they still had the reader out.
It's basically a cannabis advertisement magazine at this point. If you want to know where all the shitty dispensaries are,
Yep.
get the reader.
Yep.
So I gotta thank you, buddy, for your care package, both for the fun stuff and the beans. I wasn't expecting the beans, so thank you, my friend, for the beans.
I just felt like
Never
the
run.
package needed something else in it than just that one thing. So I was like, well, I think what I send you, Limonada, that's a good one. That's one of the good ones from Masonic.
I've never had anything with the Wilson in it, so that'll be a fun run.
There you go. Yeah, I'm excited for you guys going to the show. I wish I was coming out and we could all partake, but fuck, it can only be in so many places at once.
You know, that kind of fun, that kind of bond is only achieved that way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I got
Well, like we're talking about events. I think a good way to make an event where the Weed Nerd World could meet up is at a show, like as like the side thing. Like, oh, we all go to this town for the show, but then we're all stay at this Airbnbs and make more of it. Well, I'm always down for music, so and there's always shows.
Socal, you do have to get your butt out here, my friend, for one of these shows as well. All you guys, I'd like to see all of us at some point have some type of big throwdown party.
Hey, let's do it.
How about you,
And
motherfucker?
Stoney-
Come out this way.
Stoney knows what's up, like, because that's what he's about, rock and roll, man.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Tell me when, where.
Right now it'd work out a lot easier for me if you guys would just come out here.
Hey,
Yeah.
send me the plane ticket. I'm out there.
That kind of fun, Socal. That kind of fun, Socal might just be what breaks California into the ocean.
Well, then we have to do it. It's set in stone. We're doing it.
I'll tell you what.
I personally have been waiting for that day. I think that'd be the best thing.
Yeah, they're tripping. Yo,
I'll be on that liberal island. You guys can all go to Arizona or wherever, but
I'll be on my
I'll
own
take-
private island up here.
Oh, are tripping.
Form my own navy, have my own fucking army. That'd be good.
You think this is Stratego?
I know,
Stratego?
right?
What is it?
You just fucking conquered fucking some island. Now you get to arm yourself all crazy.
Hey, bro, it's like I've been saying. If I ever pick 6, I'm buying a fucking compound. Not like some Branch Davidian shit, but you know.
Yeah, I think it's better to become best friends with somebody who already has a compound, and then you could just like easel your way in, you know.
Nah,
Kind of.
because when the shit hits the fan, the door's locked and you're on the outside.
Yeah, but you need a team. You need more than 5 people on your side. You
Even
can't just be
I
alone.
saw a thing about compounds and rich people, and they assess it and all this. The weakness is the people that they have working for them, because they got families and people too. And like they say that when shit hits the fan, most likely, yeah, they're gonna have a mutiny on the rich dude and then take over his stuff. You know what I mean?
Unless you take care of them, take care of all your people. Make sure like they got a job. Like pretend.
Yeah,
they
but
got
when
a
shit
job,
hits the
you didn't
fan,
put
it's no
aside.
longer about job. It's about how
Yeah,
much food and how many
you-
days worth of food you got,
Exactly.
and how many
But you get a lot
people
of people, so
can
you can-
survive off it.
You
I
can
hate
survive off a lot of
break it
people.
to you guys. I don't know if you know this, but the shit's been going into the fan for a lot of years. It keeps going.
That's why the super rich are into the air space, go into space. They have more control over it there. Some bunker here, nah, that ain't that safe in the end.
It's sad when you think about it, though. They must view it as like a plague. They're like, yeah, there's no cure. Just get the fuck
days.
out. We just need
3
to. They like spider mites. You just fucking move. Just move. Burn the place down.
Yeah, you let
Yeah.
them
Burn down, start over.
themselves.
Yeah.
In 3 days they'll destroy themselves, everybody. So then they come out 3 days later and there's nobody left. So it's like that's all they wait for.
Well, that's kind of a logical plan if you were sitting on $100 billion.
That's a good subject, not just spider mites, but bugs. What do you guys like to do for IPM? I've tried a lot of different stuff, but lately I've just been all about sulfur.
I make sure that I'm clean as fuck. I don't bring outside shit inside.
Yeah.
And I don't have to do any of that other shit other than fungus gnats, but you can control those with several different methods, right? Using mosquito dunks and so on and so forth.
I spend a lot of time picking bugs off the plants outside.
Yeah.
It's about the
I
only
have-
IPM
I
you
have
outside
bug-
is GreenFingers.
Bug issue and IPM indoors. And for all the years I do outdoor, whatever the heat, the weather, the wind, no, I never have to do anything. Maybe some BT toward the end if there's moth caterpillars. But
BT, bacillus.
my- I'll take plants that I know had like powdery mildew a little or spider mites a little from indoor, and I'll put them outdoors, and whatever happens outside, it fucking nature takes care of it. And
The checks
I
and
don't
balance.
get bugs
Yeah.
I used to grow
Myself,
out
I use
stuck.
alternative between. I still use neem and veg, and alternative between Lost Coast and then ladybugs are always around, always floating around. They've made themselves at home here. So between the 3 and not taking anything and being clumsy, that's pretty much my IPM. And unless
Well,
something goes
attribute-
terribly awry.
Indoors, I have 2 flower rooms. One is 2.5 trays. One is 5 trays. 5 trays is on a perpetual. It never's empty, or something's always flowering at whatever stages. The 2.5 tray room, it finishes, and I turn off all the air I turn on all the lights. One night, it usually gets up maybe close to 120 degrees. Let it burn for a night like that. And then that room, nope, I never have any fucking problems. The other room, right now, I'm cycling through where I'm leaving trays empty because eventually you have to empty the room to do something about it. Or when it's perpetual, yeah, you're fucked. And so like, yeah, I'm losing money, obviously, but in the long run, and I did this before about a year and a half ago, emptied the room and cycled it through. And when a couple cycles, everything was good. But yeah, when you can't clean, I think heat treatment's the best.
Heat treatment is definitely really good. And another thing that worked really well for me one time, and you can only really do it when you're doing like you were talking about, where you you empty the room, is ozone.
Yeah. Ozonated water.
Super high parts per million. I mean, that'll kill everything if you get a good enough ozone generator in a room. And that worked really well for me. One time, a friend of mine not a friend of mine, so, through a dumb circumstance of not paying attention, someone brought root aphids into one of my rooms. And those fuckers are, I mean, I don't give a fuck about spider mites after seeing some root aphids. If you guys have never dealt with that, count your blessings. That's the fucking worst. But that's what we did. We just cleared out, I used a method to save a couple of my clones that were in there that I wanted to keep with horticultural oils. I forget the name of that shit, but blasted
I've
it
never
with ozone, and it
never had
worked,
root
man.
aphids, but they live in the soil. Is that what happens with them?
They live in the soil, but then there's a stage they have like 5 or 6 stages to their life. They're born pregnant, telescoping birth, and like the adult stage looks a lot like a fungus gnat. So that's kind of how they crept in my room. Is I didn't see shit. I thought I was seeing fungus gnats. And I'm like, oh well, fungus gnats. I know how to deal with fungus gnats. That's easy. And then like a month later, I was like, you see the different stages when they're little, they look kind of like a cross between an aphid and a spider mite. They look like a bloated spider mite with an aphid's butt. And yeah.
And then they get to a stage where they fly too, right?
Yeah, the adults. And they'll be all over, just like a fungus gnat, flying around your room, landing on your plants. But their wings, they sit different on their back. Instead of being like this, they're like this. But yeah, that was the worst part. I've never had spider mites get in my plants, believe it or not. Everybody deals with spider mites. I've never even had them.
Yeah, now me, I've had spider mites, a little bit of thrips once in a while when they used to spray the grove with helicopter spray. And that was what they were spraying the avocados for, was thrips. And then I would get an outbreak, and sometimes powdery mildew. And that's been my whole life, a long ass time, but I've never had these other
Yeah.
things.
Well, I've never had powdery mildew, but that's one of the reasons I really like the sulfur, is that it is like good for bugs and supposedly really good for powdery mildew and shit like that too. But you can't use it with oils, in combination.
I'm a fan of sulfur in a lot of forms. I use Budswell guano, the liquid that I've used for years, and they reformulated it some years ago, basically to take the stinky out of it. And what they've really done is, they pulled the sulfur out of it. That's why it doesn't stink like it used to. So yeah, I put like tablespoon or two in a gallon and shake it up every week for a while before I use it. In my soil beds, I have the sulfur that is like meant for putting in the sulfur vaporizer burner. They're little teeny pellets. They're sort of time release. Yeah, I put that in my soil. I top dress a little bit. Sulfur goes a long way.
Yeah.
But
Do you think
I was doing that
when it had the sulfur
like,
in it?
on my own for whatever reason. But some of these science guys that I heard come on Future Cannabis Project and some of these other shows have like talked about the importance of sulfur, and also some of the terpene sulfur's responsible for some of that production. So
Sulfur 100% affects terpenes.
yeah, I mean, most people would think of sulfur as a nasty thing and probably not as that important, but I think it's pretty important.
I actually
That's probably
prefer to
just
put
'cause
it though.
it's
I
so
actually feed
hard,
the plant
you know?
through
It smells pretty bad.
And the
Epsom salt. Just Epsom salt's a good source of sulfur, magnesium. You know, I'll use it when I was in cocoa all the time. I used to alternate between the Epsom salt and the molasses for the sulfur, you know, my cal and my mag between the two, basically.
And for fighting powdery mildew, spray your plants in veg before you turn them back. Even though it kind of looks shitty with the white powdery shit on the leaves, it kind of looks like you have powdery mildew when you have like sulfur coated leaves. But that shit grows off. Like by the time the plant's finished, it's not like there's much sulfur leaves left even. Yeah, that'll solve your powdery mildew problem. It can't develop on leaves that have sulfur on it.
That'd be good to dip, but that fogger, man, I don't just unless you're masked up, man, that's a fine particle to breathe. You know,
the little crock pot thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's too dangerous.
Well, that's not thing. It just heats it up like warm a little bit. That
I don't know.
little vapor comes off of it. You definitely don't want to breathe.
I'm talking about one of them little hand sprayers that
The
put out
foggers, man.
just the fine mist.
Yeah, like a
The
micronizer.
mini
Well,
fogger.
the truth is, we should probably
fogger.
wear mask and eye protection at
All
all
the time.
times. Like, there's no argument that supports not doing that. Even though, yeah, I had really good eyes. 2020, could read anything. Some of it I'm getting older too, but I never wore eye protection. And then I don't know, around my 50s, the last 10 years, yeah, fuck, my eyes have gotten real bad, and I think some of it's from years of fucking
that's
light.
the thing, though. That's another thing right there, buddy. Is most people think that eye protection is just for light. You know what I mean? But in fact, your eyes can absorb chemicals just like any other, part of your body. I mean, they're terrible. You'd be around alcohol vapors and shit like that. You'll find yourself fucking fucked up in a hurry. But the same thing with, these fine mists. If you're not, you can be wearing a mask and think, oh yeah, I'm not breathing that in. But yeah, you can be absorbing it through your ears and eyes as well. It's
that's the one good thing with the growth of commercial grows, because they have to abide by, like, I guess, OSHA or guidelines to protect workers. And there's a lot of products and methods and tech that, well, some of it's expensive for a home grower, but yeah, there's all that stuff. Like, whatever they make an employee do at a commercial grow is the same thing you should do at your home grow, as far as protection.
Because OSHA is just a bunch of fucking idiots sitting behind a desk that aren't actually out in the field having to deal with this shit.
But you know what I'm saying. I don't mean the organization. I'm sure I'm just saying the kind of thing where they have guidelines of safety for, You know, if they didn't have those things, then can you only imagine the working conditions people would be under, right?
I've had to do the 40-hour class and the 10-hour class, OSHA certified. I spent probably in the 40-hour, you spend about 8 to 9 hours just on face masks. That's all you talk about.
Well, Stoney, you
And I
work
learned,
in
and
a
then
job
after the
that-
COVID thing came, because you used to be able to go to OSHA's website and pull up all the safety standards on every mask fucking available to a human being to protect you against certain things, right? And then when COVID hit, they took all that information out, and they had one thing that said, we now follow the CDC guidelines for face mask safety. So in other words, even though we are the safety council, we're going to let the CDC handle it now. So I don't know if that information is back now, but
you work in high rise, right? So you have a lot of
I've
rules
worked in
to
everything.
follow for
Industrial.
safety, right? And if you didn't have all that safety, there'd be a lot more people with injuries and stuff, right? I mean, that whether you're an electrician, whatever. So
Sure.
as much as those organizations end up being bureaucratic and corrupt, the concept's good because greed will always like, yep, employers would fuck us over if they could.
In this case, Stoney, I think, man, that's almost them. That's a frustrated post right there. You know what I mean? Because they're really trying to watch out for people's safety. Then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? They've been telling, people all this time, well, you need filters for this, this, and this,
You know,
what
yeah.
I mean? And now all of a sudden, this little piece of paper will stop anything. You know what I mean? Why do you
Right.
need this filter for that other fucking mask? You know what I mean? When this paper will stop, I get you. You
Well,
know what I mean?
And
I
here's
think
the other,
that's
the
them
biggest,
going, fuckers.
the biggest thing was this too, was the length of time you had that mask on while you were working. Now granted, working, you're going to be breathing heavier, especially doing what we're doing. So they didn't have that, it was just, here's the mask and you got to wear this fucking thing on the job all day, no matter what, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. There's a length of time that we're supposed to have this on, so we went through, that's how we found the CDC thing, and OSHA didn't have any more rules to it. That you had to go to the CDC thing and fuck around in there. They had no information. So there was a big fucking problem on a job site with, 1,000 guys there, man.
It seems the mask thing, like whatever side of it, whatever, but it's 3 years into this thing. I could understand at this moment when we were caught with, without supplies for anything, that we turned to that. But 3 years later, we're still basically dust mask and a totally inefficient mask that really is.
And you're
useless.
hurting yourself. No, you're actually damaging yourself after a certain amount of time with that thing on your face. You are creating a whole problem inside that mask with bacterias and shit starts growing really fast, especially now in the summertime, I would imagine. I can't wear that fucking mask like that, but knowing what I know, going through the schooling on that, where they pounded it into my brain that this is how it's got to be done. And, and I ran work, so I was responsible for these men. So if I was putting a guy in an area where we have to get this done, but they're insulating right over here, possibly some of this is going to get down, you need this full fucking head respirator thing. And we'd buy it, whatever, or rent it, give it to the guy, hook him up. We'd have to go through a whole safety meeting on how to use the equipment properly. So yeah, there was a lot more safety stuff today than I'm sure, back in the day when I first started, it'd be like, here you go, kid. Here's one of these paper masks if you need it, but
I don't even know how many times I've cut concrete, fucking sawed all kinds of shit, no mask. It shows in my lungs today. That's for fucking sure.
all that lime.
Oh, I know a cat that did concrete work his whole life. And x-rays in his lungs right now show like rocks in his lungs from huffing in all that concrete fucking dust and shit, both cutting and fucking just mixing and whatnot. Fucking trades can be a bitch. I'm the best asbestos cutting and just demo. Oh man, I don't know how much shit I fucking breathed in fucking through demo processes.
Well,
and shit.
even
That's
as a
one of the things
kid,
I love is just some mindless demo once in a while. Super fun.
Yeah, no, it is fun. It is fun,
My
but
first-
dangerous.
job or whatever was working for my dad, who made custom picture frame molding, but out of like really, fine woods, maple, walnut, koa, and I would sand wood. And I was about 12 or 13 the first summer I did that. And holy shit, I was like a kid with healthy lungs, all that. My dad would always tell us to wear masks, but maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. But sanding those type of woods, yeah, that shit gets in your lungs, it'll fuck you up too. It doesn't always have to be a chemical.
Terrible for that right there. Oaks are terrible and irritant as well. I don't think people realize oak is as bad as it is.
I hate
oak. Yeah.
I was around
Give
those
you
guys
some,
putting those hardwood floors,
welds.
dude, sanding those floors, because we're there. We're on the second floor. They let those guys run the first floor usually and sand away, whole fucking first floor is wood, all that oak. And man, that dust comes right up the stairs and it's so fine. But yeah, there's just something in that shit that, walnut, there's not too many hardwood walnut floors going in. If you are putting them in, you got a lot of money. But
oh man, I've installed a few. I can lay some hardwood. That's one of credits in my what I do there. But man, my cup of tea, what I really like to do and known for is my trim work. And I fucking bought all battery operated DeWalt guns just because I got fucking tired of never ending drywall dust, like laying base and shit. I don't care how much they say that, it's been clean it's always around the flooring and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I went and bought battery guns, got rid of the dust that way. And I was telling somebody, somebody asked me to fucking do sweep up while I was there. And I'm like, yeah, that's not my mess. I like, yeah, I don't fuck around like that anymore, man. I either teach somebody how to sweep correctly, slow and right, without kicking up or some dust, or I fucking vacuum. I don't fuck around with dust anymore, man.
But it sounds like
cloud,
to me, Eagle, you're a craftsman, and like what
he's an artist actually, dude. If he's doing trim work, that's art. There's only certain people can do that. There's a lot of carpenters that can build and measure and do all that shit, but when they get into the trim field, you see it right away.
And that's one of the long lost arts that slowly but surely
it's still around though. It's always
that's why I got out, buddy. That's why I got out, man, because the guy, when I first started in my trim work as an apprentice, I learned a lot through that kid about joinery, using no fucking nails to put shit together whenever possible, wooden fucking, and man, it was just disheartening. And I mean, when I started with that gentleman there, Mr. Carr, you're watching, shout out to you, fucking awesome dude. And it was an unlimited budget working for the Mott family. You know what I mean? They have Mott College, they got Mott all across the country, cattle, all kinds of shit. The good money, unlimited budget. And we've worked with like stacking trim. You know what I mean? Everything was trim on trim on trim. Everything was wide. You know what I mean? And someday I'll have to show you something. I might even go out to my truck and grab some shit. So Yeah. So basically, as I progressed in my trim career, kitchens, fuck, I've done some $100,000 kitchens. You know what
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean? And then when you get to the point where you can't do that anymore, and fucking people that you see, people don't want to put the money into it. Contractors want quick, fast, easy, same packs, repeatable from house to house to house to house. They don't want to fucking see that, nobody want to put money into it. It was disheartening. It was super disheartening. It was like,
Yeah.
fuck, man. I gotta
Well,
fucking just production. I got a
SoCal could
production trim.
probably vouch for this, but I'd say the whole California coast. But like, I have a friend that's like you, craftsman, woodworker, mainly works on houses at the beach, and shit, he has work for the next so many years because those are the people that still spend the money and want to have and coastal houses are always need to be redone. These people have money, and there's only a few people that do this kind of quality work, and the ones that do have so many jobs that they can't even keep up.
I'll have to disagree with you on a little bit of that because the first people to fuck you and try to fuck you out of the money that they owe you are those people that live on the fucking beach in La Jolla with the fucking 15,000 square foot house and the 25 car garage. They're the first one that's going to try to
So
fuck you out
sad,
of the
but
money.
true.
That's true.
And try to work you down in prices as well. Come on, I got a bunch more work. Bend over backwards and give me fucking
Those aren't the
25,
real money
50%
people
off.
then. The real money
Yeah.
people, there's two kinds. And there's the ones that walk in after you're finished and look at that $290,000 trim job you did in that fucking library of theirs with Colford ceilings and fucking wainscot, fucking paneled walls, all hand trimmed, built on site. Had a full millwright built up on site, fucking making trim. Yeah, you know what? I don't like the color. We can't just change it. Well, take it out and redo it then. Okay, how much?
That's
300.
where I started.
And they
That's where
write
I
a check
started.
and they hand you the check and then that's it. And then everybody's happy. And it's like, but then there's the other people who have that same big house.
Okay.
But then they come to you and then
All
they're
right.
nickel and dime you to death. Have you changed something 75 times and they only want to pay for the one time? And it's like, those people can't afford to be there. But I hate
And most
those.
of the time, you're dealing with a contractor who he's the guy in the middle who he's making his money by squeezing you. So
When you're
That's
doing
a
a
valid
super
point
high
as
end,
well.
the contractor is there, but those fucking homeowners are right in there with. They're not like they're gonna be there. They want to be there, and
there's some people that appreciate the work and the art. They're fewer in number than the other
I'm talking
people,
like
but
$15 million homes here. We're talking,
Yeah.
$20 million homes. These people live in these homes for 2 months, and then they go to their other house in New York for 2 months, and then they go to California for 2 months in their place there.
yeah.
And each one's more expensive than the next.
That
The
was my
problem
first
with
10 years of fucking fine work right there. And it was awesome. You know what I mean? That the first house that we did was, well, almost all of them were restoration projects. They would buy an older home, early 1900s, if not 1800s, unlimited budget, tear it down to the bare bones, boys, and fucking restore it. We actually fought a lot of historical societies because they would want you to bondo up and fucking paint. And we'd be like, hey, we're taking it down right to the fucking studs and we're putting it back with the same fucking materials in the same fucking shape, and it will stand for another 200 fucking years. We're not going to fucking half-ass this shit. That's kind of, you know what I mean? And the same thing, we did this the one upstairs of this first house. And this is what I'll tell you about this money. This is the other side of that money right there, Stoney. Is they got unlimited fucking budget for what they want. We'll go to the story. So finish this beautiful house. And somewhere, I know some of the pictures are packed away in that box right there. I don't know if I'm gonna cut it open, but I got some pictures out my truck. I'll probably go get. The first house, inside and out, studs inside, brick pavers out front, redid the fucking wraparound country porch, cedar siding, fucking cornices, fucking redid all the outside, inside, outside, plaster restoration, fucking floors, staircases, several staircases, got the upstairs all done. Brazilian cherry, floor to ceiling. 2 offices done in full wood, panels on the wall, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, the
Cherry on
wainscot.
cherry, stack on stack.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Haven't seen them in 6 months. They've been stoked all the whole way through. They come through, and keep in mind, this is Christmas. We are 2 years into this project. Oh, this is the one this is the house, if you ever watched, this is the house where I met my dad through whatever, getting way off base. But anyways, they fucking, they come through. We've got 2 years in on this project. Heart and soul, some of us 70 hours a week, fucking stripping, whatever. You know, it's a beautiful house. You have to see. With a lot of history to it too. They come through. We're fucking following them through. There's 6 of us, 6, 7. You know, sucking in all that a boys, one that a girl, painting, and hoping for that Christmas bonus. You know what I mean? And they come walking through and they're like, yeah, this is beautiful. We got an amazing job. Amazing job. You guys need anything for Christmas, any time off, anything like that, just go ahead and take it off. Unpaid, of course. No bonus. And by the way, we do love the Brazilian cherry. Everything looks outstanding. But could you just go ahead and put it in walnut? Tear it all out in walnut. I still to this day have a lot of that Brazilian cherry around. I made furniture out of that shit. None of that shit went to and that's the money, you know what I mean? Yeah, right to the dumpster. I'm like, that shit, none of that shit's going to the dumpster. Every board I pulled off is like, you put that right in my truck.
Oh, you would have loved this building that we did then, because it was, like I said, it was $8 million, 10, $20 million units. I mean, famous people. And at the end, they had 2 floors still that they were always going to be unfinished. They were still deciding if the hotel wanted to get them for some private suites or if they're going to sell. Anyways, they stored all this shit that they would get, like this custom, like limestone tiles that are like 3 inches thick, you know, like these almost looks like the fucking Egyptian fucking flooring, you know. And then the people would get it and they put some of it in mock up because they learned, oh, let's mock this up. We'll just drop some stones in place. And people would come in, yeah, we don't like that. Oh, great. We've got like 17 fucking pallets of it. Well, put it on fucking the 18th floor. We'll deal with it later. So now they call us down in there like, hey, guys, I mean, this shit here is paid for. These people paid for it. They just didn't want it. We can't just return it. So it's either going to go into garbage or you guys take it. But it's got to get out of here by the weekend. Oh, dude. I know guys that have white marble fucking bathrooms in their houses, like a palace, you know, because they went and they scooped this up. I had no place for anything. I just grabbed like these towel holders, towel racks, toilet paper holders that were like the toilet paper holder, and it wasn't none of the spring thing. It was just a little arm. You know, you just slip the toilet paper on it. $380 just for that little chrome looking thing. And that was going back 20 years now. So
I haven't painted in a very long time, and I'm still, you know, on a personal level, I can cut and paint fucking in anything. Beautiful painter. I never did it as like an everyday job, but as, you know, things that are on the list, I can paint. And at one point when I opened my own business, you take everything. You know what I mean? I talked about that all the time. You buy a little bit on every job, one tool on every job, make yourself versatile, more versatile and faster. I always told myself, I might not did it this time, but next time I get a painting job, this is good. You know what I mean? Whatever, buy something every time. I had this one lady did this one job, painted a few rooms in this house, and she just couldn't get color schemes. No matter, you know, we're talking this is mid-90s. There's not necessarily a whole lot of computer click, click, click. This is how everything looks. You know what I mean? Fucking, I painted some of these rooms in this house 3 fucking times. She'd be like, I just can't see it. Oh, I don't like it. I mean, could you just, we'll try yellow and whatever. You know what I mean? I
Oh,
literally
God. Yes,
fucking
I know
took
what you mean.
that check and went back to, you know, fucking home base, put all my tarps, paint shit in a fucking pile and fucking burnt that shit. I'm like, I'll never paint again. Fuck that shit. And never took another painting job because of that job right there. I was like, oh, yeah, fuck that shit.
I did one time. And I'm glad that it was all right, well, why don't I'll tell you what, this girl, it was a girlfriend of mine, but it was her sister's place, right? And she was renting from her sister. And so I talked to her and she's like, fine, I'll tell you what, you paint that bedroom, and if that comes out good, then I'll pay you to do the rest. I'm like, oh hell yeah, man, paint this place. Fuck, 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, living room, kitchen. No problem. Done in like 3 days. Fuck that, dude. Because I get like, I want to see a perfect line. So the masking like took forever just to go down a wall. I'm like, holy fuck, this is taking a long time. Like, I could have fucking drilled this thing out, boxed it, piped it, and pulled the wire by now in it. And I'm like, not used to spending that much time in the room. Yeah, I was in there fucking like almost all day. I was younger too, but I was like, she's like, oh, wow, you did a great job. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm busy at work now. I'm going to be working overtime. I can't do this job. Sorry. Fucking hire somebody else.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
I'm listening, but I'm going to sneak over to my truck real quick.
All right. Yeah, grab it. Yeah, because that's some artwork shit there. Those guys, the trim carpenters, are always the dudes that were the ingenuity of the show when they show up.
The last house I painted, we did full on, gut and remodel on, inside, outside, the whole 9 yards, right? So I told him before the windows go in, I wanted to paint the house, the exterior, that way we don't have to fucking cut around the windows, we don't have to deal with all that bullshit. Took her 3 weeks to figure out her paint color for the outside. We paint it, get the windows put in. She goes, I don't like the color. Repaint it. It's like, all right, well, that's going to be another, like $5,600 for the paint job. Oh, no. I don't want to pay for it. I just want it, I don't like the color. Just go get a different color. That was the last time I ever fucking painted a house. That shit, we went back and forth for 3 days about, hey, it took you 2 weeks to pick your color. And now you don't want to you don't like your color. Now you don't want to pay me to redo it. It's not like I can just go down to the paint store and the paint's going to magically jump out of the bucket onto the walls like that,
Oh, it doesn't?
No, apparently not in San Diego. It doesn't. Maybe there, but not here. That was also the same house where the guy I was working with got extremely fucking sick because of the flooring. Doing the wood floors, they bought that lumber liquidator shit, and he was cutting it with a chop saw because it wouldn't cut with a regular snap cutter, and he ended up getting a gnarly lung infection from that wood.
No shit.
Yep, that was right there
I
on the
fucking
beach.
hate myself right now. But because I can laugh at myself as well, I will tell you guys stupidity. My stupidity, so you can laugh with me while I laugh through the pain. Right now, just under the kneecaps, it feels like somebody just smacked me with a ball bat right across the fucking shins. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Trailer
Love
hitch?
it. No. But that hurts. Hey, I'm sure if you've ever done that, that hurts just as badly. So it kind of was like, you know how when somebody stands behind you, or when you're a kid, somebody would kneel down, somebody would push you over and you fall backwards. I just did that pretty much frontwards. I just stepped outside and I literally stopped and looked around and went, man, it is fucking dark as fuck out here. You couldn't even see. There's 3 vehicles right there. You couldn't even see one of them. And I thought, nah, I can find the truck. And I fucking start like kind of walking through, and you know them DeWalt job site stackable, you can stack the toolboxes on them and use them for their own dolly. There's one of them sitting in front of one of my vehicles I forgot to put up because I live out in the fucking country and I don't fucking think about that kind of shit. And fucking I fucking went right over that thing. I hit that thing. It was backwards, and so you could tip it over. I flipped right over that motherfucker on the way to the truck. Those shins fucking hurt like a motherfucker from rolling over top of that bitch.
And I assume this is because you were rushing out to your truck and back because you didn't want to not be off the show too long.
Yes, I don't know about that, but just to push through it. Something told me, like I said, go get the flashlight, but I was like, nah. Oh man, I'll be feeling that.
Yeah, I just caught my knee on the license plate holder on the front of the car this morning. That felt good.
Oh yeah. You guys ever forget you have a trailer on your truck and just go run behind your truck real quick? Just bing.
Oh.
Fucking day of my life.
This thing's been in my truck for like fucking 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. I haven't used it in a long time. I haven't even opened it in a long time. Even the pages are crunchy. These are like more like projects from like fucking around and things I used to like sell, kind of. It's like a walnut clock. Built.
Oh, it's big.
Yeah. Oh, a little oak table, huh? Legs and all. Treasure chest I built for my daughter.
Oh, that's badass.
And here's like the I love inlays, stacking woods and shit like that. Like there's the handles there that I'm fucking router now.
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh, here's the this is the toy box that I built for my oldest daughter. Or no, this is Courtney's box. This is Courtney's box. This is the toy box right there. Huh?
Yeah, that's fucking sick.
This is it when I was building it out in the yard there. So I like to bend and round and mix woods and shit like that. Oh, these are I used to build checkerboards for a minute. And so custom like table and chairs, you know, the checker pieces and everything, which moved up to chessboards and, you know, chess pieces, hand carved chess pieces. Here's this is a kitchen table that I built at one point out of some maple floor that I stained cherry. I built that bench as well. So that was the family dinner table there for a while. And then it's hung around for a while. I got bored and I took some of that Brazilian cherry and it inlaid our last name, the letter of our last name, which is H, in the table there with a vine, you know, a border around it there. So, oh, here's a hickory. I did man, I hope there's pictures of that floor in here. I did this guy, it was a hickory floor with a walnut band. We did the guys like a walnut band around it and did like a custom logo in the center of it. But I took what he had left of the floor and I took and built him a table. Kitchen table out of the flooring. So like some little fucking knick-knack shelves and shit like that, you know, fucking around the ground. Buddy just got bored. Doors. I built some doors. Around top. I can do raised panel, all that good shit. Did entertainment centers and shit like that for a while, big screen TVs, and there's another entertainment center here as well. Fucking shit like that. Here's oh, that's one of those mine, my personal entertainment center. This place was like fucking 92, maybe 95. So like, yeah, fucking nice little like a wall mantle there, stack some trim. See, that's what I'm talking about. Stack, and like trim. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Like the 20-inch crown moldings and shit around the fucking living room and some crazy shit.
You guys can talk about cannabis while I show pictures. I don't give a shit.
So Eagle, when I
I'm
buy
not
my
trying
new
to
house,
hog the night, man. Just like an old keg.
Eagle, when I move and buy the new house, you want to come over for a couple of weeks?
Yeah. These are, you know, wall cabinets. I made all this shit. Raised panel, the doors, you know. I can actually make my kitchen cabinets and install them or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like little wood boxes like this and shit. Little fucking little walnut pine inlay there. Also with my own company there. First house I built under my own company there. I'm proud of that. There's a house out there sided. You guys are bored of this shit, just say something.
the opposite. This is great seeing all this stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm muted right now.
Curio cabinets.
Fucking with this drum while I watch you.
Yeah, no, it's like wood porn.
Another curio cabinet I built right there. And I built these CD towers. Here's a better picture of one of them right here. So these CD towers right here, back in the day when CDs were big, I'd make these like standalone out of wood towers, no metal. You know what I mean? Couple different sizes there next to it. You can pick. I built all the above in that picture. Custom picture frames. Shit like that. Oh, here's some frames where multi-tone, you know what I mean? Maple with a cherry inlays. That's my beautiful daughter right there. For me when she was a baby. That's how old this fucking picture is. She was a baby in that picture. Well, they want me to big screen this shit. All right. So here's like another clock.
Oh, that's sick.
I built shit like that. Different versions or different looks of the clock, like in my shop and shit. I love that high lacquer, you know what I mean? To me, that high gloss is
Right.
money.
Hey, when
That
are
high
we
gloss
making
is
some
money.
drums?
Anytime. I did Formica work for a fucking long fucking time too. There's like a custom closet units. And shit like that. Oh, shit. Whatever. Garbage cans. Make you like wood garbage cans and shit like that. You know, see what I mean?
Fucking awesome.
There's all you notice there's always stacked on stacked trim on. You know what I mean? I've never gotten that away from. It's got to be bigger and better. It's got to be.
Yeah,
bigger.
but it looks awesome.
Right.
It's done right.
The splice rack that you can only see part of. Again, all multi-wood. You know,
That is
changing
cool.
the color.
You
Yeah.
should scan all those pictures into digital portfolio.
Man, this isn't even, like there's a walnut cabinet, a built-in wall cabinet right there I put in for this lady. These are some of my favorites right here. This is a vanity dresser I built out of cherry.
Wow, that's pretty nice, man.
Dovetail drawers and shit like that,
Yeah, old school.
Oh my gosh, you guys got to see this. This is a shoe rack I built for this sweet old lady that had an endless supply of shoes. Two of these, which I moved down a flight of basement stairs myself because they were built in a fucking garage. So this is the inside
Yeah.
of like one side. They're 4x8 units like this.
Oh my
That
god.
look like this on the inside.
Well, I know how many plants I could fit in there.
Downstairs by myself. This project right here, I learned to get people to sign stain and color samples. That way, if anything ever happened like this, I can go, remember this sample right here you signed? So she wanted a tabletop upper half to her desk built right here. So this is what I built. And the color she chose. And I even took it on a wood sample there and took it, and she signed the wood sample. This is what it's gonna look like. This was what it looked like when it was on top. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So yeah. Customers signed everything after that. This is yeah, it's work, it happens. Another cherry bookshelf I built right here.
that is really nice,
So,
man.
yeah, this side. So as you can see, again, stack. I can't get away from the stack. This is again another like knickknack shelf I built. I got into a phase where I started incorporating glass into my shit. Yeah.
Very fucking nice. That is really cool. Now, are you still doing this stuff or no? Or
I
sometimes-
still have all the equipment. It's, you know what I mean?
But you're not- no
Eh,
project.
if the money's right. This is I don't want to bore you guys. It's getting late. But yeah, that's some of the shit I'd fuck around with. That's not even getting into like what's packed away. That was just shit I threw in my truck.
Right.
But that's not like the main bulk of, what I would show customers or past work and shit like that. That's all packed away. But that's kind of stuff I did, when I put the nail bags on and serious about shit. That's the type of shit that I like to do right there.
Very cool stuff, man. Like I said, it's an artesian out of all the construction. I mean, I'm not talking painting and shit, but like the actual building and putting together of things, that is definitely the artist part of it. Like you can't, like I said, you can still have the skills to cut and hammer and read a tape measure and all that, but you got to like know beyond that tape. Like there's things that the tape measure is not going to give you. Like you need to know this little thing here, or and you guys could put shit together like and make it fit so perfect and tight that you can't even tell that it's two pieces, and that's the shit. When you see that, that's when you're
And the
like,
whole art of lacquering and sanding and getting that part. I'm sure all those had that done,
I
right?
said at one point and during one episode, I was like, man, if you guys really seen, some of the shit that I do, you guys might be going, what the fuck are you doing fucking around with cannabis? But the thing of it is, I just kind of got tired of breathing in that dust, the
I would
lacquer
never question you.
chemicals. You know what I mean? I still, I'm passionate about it. I've said this a million times. If I could build my ultimate structure, you know what I mean? Which would be a good size, pretty much pole barn, probably something right around fucking 40 by 60, something like that, maybe 40 by 80. You know what I mean? I would like to divide it up
by
into
100.
it would be by 60, 80, something like that. I think I'd be happy.
I'm
with
just
that.
saying,
It'd be
you
almost
keep saying it, but it keeps getting bigger as you keep saying. Well, maybe
it would
let's
be
just say fucking
I'd
huge.
be almost a compound for me. I want like a 40 by 40, you know what I mean? 4 rooms, a veg, 3 flower in that area. That'd be my grow. And a 20 by 40, I would have my gym set up. You know what I mean? I can roll, punch, lift, whatever I wanted to do. And then that final bay, because the gym would be like that dust buffer. You know what I mean? Basically. But on the end of that would be the full door, the shop. Everything's set up, fucking big U and all my equipment. It's always been on wheels. so I can like push it to the wall. Oh, I'm using the planer, the joiner today, which I've got both right here in this room pushed up against the wall. Fucking big old fucking Craftsman joiner from 1920 on wheels. I pull it out, fucking use that bitch, hook it up to the vacuum. Everything hooks up to the vacuums. I'm that big of a fucking whiner about that shit. Every tool hooks up to a vacuum. Use it, push it back. You know what I mean? Oh, I need this table saw. Push it up to the table. There's a central work table, so it's a Kent's table, the same height as everything else. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Same thing with the router table. If I need an extra push 12 feet, I just push it up to that table and it's a good, you know what I mean? But yeah, everything's on wheels for space reasons. You know, I want to fucking ultimately like a 32 feet. You know what I mean? I want to be able to push 16 feet through a saw or whatever. You know what I mean? If not, then I want to be able to roll that shit outside. But that's the dream structure right there. A grow, a gym, woodworks. I don't think I'd leave. Fucking DoorDash might be my best friend at that point. Lumber truck and DoorDash.
I was looking at these I guess it's a kid home. Menards had them, but it's an actual brand. They just carry them, but it's like everything comes together. You just got to build it. You got to have the land, build the foundation. But they had one that was like a 5-car garage, 5.5-car garage, maybe. But it was like almost double deep. But then it had like a second floor to it with a kitchen, a bedroom, a living room, an eating area. It's like, man, that was cool. So you could virtually do anything you want with it up there, though. You know, if you wanted to, you could make it like a gym upstairs, like you said, have all that shit right there in one spot. Pretty affordable at the time. I'm sure now it's
that extra roof truss that you're talking about, that mother-in-law apartment or whatever you can use up there is priceless. It's worth the extra. You just doubled your space. You're right. Yeah.
I mean, it's advertised as a garage, apartment garages, or, you know. But yeah, I mean, I was like looking at one of those, like, fuck, I just live in that thing.
Call that the mother-in-law apartment.
Like,
That's where she comes to say she can stay in the garage, that apartment above the garage out there.
I've done quite a few of those in some bigger houses, you know, where they're kind of wealthy, but the mother-in-law's, you know, she's moving in too. So he's like, the master's over here, the mother-in-law's, they call it the in-law suite. That's what it was. We'll put the in-law suite on that side where the kids are. I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, no, the in-law suite for me is called I call it the Motel 6. I ain't building no extra room for the in-laws. Fuck that. That's an extra room I can use for plants, or, you know, like Eagle said, you know, a gym or a wood shop. There ain't no room for freaking grandma up there.
Anymore, I almost think that's just what it is to be sold to the wife. I think that at some point these days it just ends up becoming the man cave. You hang out in the garage, you got the apartment above, you fucking whatever. It's the new man cave in some cases.
Right.
Now, I've been thinking about getting one of those steel buildings and adding on to the garage with one of those.
I didn't mean to get all crickets there. We got crickets. Typing in chat. What you working on there, buddy? What you breaking up?
Well, I had a little issue where some bud got seeded from me missing a male. Like I didn't pull it out in time. And this is Mendo Punch that I've grown for a few years from Symbiotic, but it has a few seeds in it, which I've been saving because who knows? I'm not like a seed maker, but I know what made it, a male banana god.
Nice. Nice.
Some strain of Masonics that
That's super strong, dude.
it was me going out of town. I saw the males and pulled like the 2 or 3, like the Friday I was leaving. I missed one. And when I came home on Monday, yeah, I wasn't sure it sprayed them, but it did. Which, yeah, I got a few different varieties that now have banana god pollen on them.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe something good is in it. I'm gonna crack a couple and see. It will only be the second time in my life that I ever saved seeds from a mistake I had or whatever. Years ago, I had one that was Blackwater and Deadhead OG, and I called it Dead Water. And yeah, I ran that thing for like 5 years. It was different than the Blackwater, and it was from me making the same mistake, missing a male.
Like, or you could have one like I had the other day there, buddy. Just that fucking 6-inch male. I showed him, I cut him off. I had a plant in there. I was getting ready to harvest, and I was looking at it, and I looked at it again. At first I thought it like a lower herd, and I'm like, motherfucker, there's a male there. I had been sitting in the room smoking, and I flung some seeds in some pots and didn't realize it. And one of those little soldiers popped up and went through the process, and he was like a 6-inch male, just fully covered in sacks, man. Couple of them opened. I'm like, Jesus, I couldn't even believe that happened. They
Well,
sneak in, man.
on
They
the good
sneak
side
in.
of it, some of the great genetics, the story is like, I guess what we call this an accidental pollination. Like, we weren't intending to do it. Sometimes that's where the unicorns or things that have become special is found. So because as far as the value of the flower, next to nothing. No one wants seeds.
How much? How much you're
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
You don't have to talk to me. I got you.
I'll message you later. See these 2 little girls? That's
Yeah.
my backyard fully seeded. Fucking
Well, I
fully
know
seeded.
you're into that.
Dead in my backyard.
Like-
I was like, what the fuck? Fully seeded 2 little girls. I was like,
I'm the opposite. Like, yeah, it's happened a couple times. So sometimes it was what I refer to as late Hermes, where I'd get seeds, and then a couple times this happened where I missed the male. But that's in like decades. Like I try to grow seedless weed. Like that's my goal.
I've never grown
Which
seedless
means,
weed.
yeah.
This is my first year on
You
accident.
should try it sometime.
I did. I tried it before, and then I got robbed. That was the year I got ripped, and like that turned me off ever since then. Because people didn't want the seeded stuff. They were like, "Oh, fuck that!" So I never got hit by nobody until I grew some seedless shit, put it out there on my fucking Instagram.
Well, if you really get your thing down, you could just seed one branch. I mean, I've never tried to do that, but I know people that, you know, that way you like save the pollen or use this bag trick. There's all these tricks. So if you really are set on trying to make a few seeds, you can do that and still have seedless.
It's crazy though. I tried and I couldn't get it to pollinate. It pissed me off. I pollinated 3 different times and then fucking the plants were fucking finished and I fucking did it early enough and only got 5 seeds out of it. I was like, what the fuck happened? Pissed me off.
And like, well, excuses are just that, but over the last couple of years that I've been cracking a lot of new varieties, I'd probably say like 80% maybe even higher, are feminized, right? And only a few are regs. And no, well, I have these different color tags that I would use in the past. I'd stick a fucking red tag in the plants that are reg from then I could see it. I didn't do that this time and it got me. But that happened two months ago. You know what I mean? So what are you gonna do? Cry over spilt milk?
Yeah, no. Spilled milk's a bitch if you don't have 6 dogs to take care of it or 20 dogs. So 3 of those lemon tree
What you got
pops.
popping there?
3 of the lemon tree. Or 4 of them. I see another one right there.
Well, GreenFingers, because James sent me a whole bunch of new autos that I asked him for, different than the ones he gave me before. And next week, I'll send you a few of these autos. I
Don't
think
say that word anymore.
I think
Yeah, say it one more time. He's gonna appear.
you'll have some success with them in your particular heat and situation.
What are these ones? These are the, I don't know which ones these are. I gotta get the pack. TK times TK NL5 haze times
Yeah.
1. So I
You'll
got
find
one
good
of
things
those.
in there. Look for the tall one. The tall one, the one that smells like lemon more.
Yeah, I see one of them so far. Maybe 2. Looks like it's struggling. So one of them, 3 of the lime. What the hell did I say? Fuck. Lemon tree times sky color kush or sky color, whatever. Still got his cap on.
I don't know much about it other than when I was hanging out with Trevor, Sungrown Meds at Free Seed Day, which he had these other packs that he was giving people. He get, you know, like 5 minutes before he left, he gave me like, must be like 200 or 300 seeds in a Ziploc bag that says lemon tree, sky color, kush. I haven't DM'd him and said, oh, well, it's a no-brainer. It's lemon tree, sky color, kush, and I'll grow it and see what else. I have a bunch of them I've sprouted about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. I think if it come from Trevor, he used like ethical breeding. Wasn't just some shit he threw together for the moment, you know?
Get inside.
It's crickets there. Trying to talk in chat as well.
Dude, it just still looks hot out there, GreenFingers.
91. Is that hot?
For it being this late at night, that's fucking hot.
It was
fuck yeah.
122. The highs, the lows was 81.
Is that in
16%.
the grow room with the lights on, or is that just fucking where you hang out hot?
This is outside by the front, up on the in the shade right here.
Well, I don't know how many miles it is from you, but I spent a couple years in a prison in the 90s called Calpatria, which was
Oh yeah,
by
my best friend's mom used to be a security there. She was a
well,
strong woman.
like the inmate or the people that took certain meds were not allowed to leave the building, even for meals or anything, if it was over 100. And there'd be this like 5 in the morning when it was chow time, it was still over 100. This place averaged like 128 degrees, and for months on end, it wouldn't get under 100 in the summer. That was my
that's
only
the same.
experience, and I spent 2 years in that fucking hellhole. It was so fucking hot. It was like,
Yeah, that's pretty bad over there. It's the same heat over here, pretty much.
Yeah.
yeah, what do they call that? Bali? Valley? There's some
Raleigh.
town out there. Raleigh.
Brawley.
Yeah.
Yep.
I-
Well, and then on
I-
the other side too, there's Centinela State Prison, which is just as fucking hot and miserable.
well, pretty much all the 32 of them in California. There's only like 3 of them in like places where you consider it to be good weather. Donovan, right? Probably pretty close to you, or down there is Donovan, San Diego border, and then San Luis Obispo, and even you could say San Quentin because of the coast. But then the rest of them, holy fuck, worst places you could be.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the jail wasn't bad. In Indio, shit was 70 degrees all the time, like fucking freezing cold.
Well, even the place I was, the buildings were fucking ice boxes. Yeah, we had. Well,
Yeah,
one,
they
they knew that if you keep a bunch of violent people in an ice box, you have less violence. This is fact.
That's a fact. It really is. You know how much traffic, fucking road rage is actually road rage right now, and in wintertime it's just like a middle finger and a fuck you. But like right now it's like get out and stab somebody or shoot somebody.
Boys, you've not been here in the wintertime. The road rage here is 10,000 times what it is in the wintertime than it is in the summer here, bro.
And I
Winter's
can tell
where
you
people
this much,
really freak the
GreenFingers,
fuck out.
being a California guy, when I've been in any of those East Coast big cities, when you talk about driving, the aggressiveness, how people are, how they interact, oh, they ain't shit out here, dude. Like people here don't do any of that. Like it's some rough and tough shit, dude. For real.
I don't know.
Yeah, winter is a road rage fucking it's
we have
there's
a
people
tenth of,
that can't
we
drive
have
in
a
it.
1/4 inch of rain, and they'll like report. We break records every season. In like one afternoon, they'll have like 385 accidents, where the normal day is only 15 accidents or something. Like
Yeah,
it's this weird thing where people, when it's
bad drivers.
yeah,
Bad drivers back there. God, you guys need to learn how to drive, guys. No. As Californians know how to really drive.
so there's other, a lot of it is they sell like what they call California tires to people in California. I mean, we don't have the same kind of. Some people can buy better tires to have for good all season, but a lot of California cars just have like summer tires on them, and when it gets wet, yep, it's like slipping and sliding. And then because the roads are super slick, because of the buildup of the fucking oils.
Well,
but
half
still,
the problem
it
is
sounds
here
like-
is that
That sounds like some salesman shit.
It is. All terrain
Oh,
tires.
California?
You don't have them.
Oh, you gotta have a special California
You get
tires.
the California. You get the good fucking air and everything. What is that shit? The helium. You don't even use air. Fucking little green tip shit. What is that
Oh,
shit?
the nitrogen. What is it?
Nitrogen.
Yeah, nitrogen.
Well, when I used to race go-karts, we didn't put air in our tires. We put nitrogen. But the reason there is it wouldn't have like if you used oxygen and you'd go out, once you warmed up, you would have your tire pressure like go up like whatever percent
They blow up.
pounds.
Right.
So with nitrogen, oh, that window was like 1 pound, where with oxygen it'd be like 5 pounds. So
Right.
nitrogen it was. It doesn't.
You gotta do that out here though, where we live. Otherwise, you'll get a boob on your tire if you leave it on the pavement side down. It'll fucking literally pop a side on. It'll start to pressure out, and you'll just get a big old fucking bubble on the side and be like, "What the fuck?" It's like, "Yep, too hot today." And the ground got to 140. It's gonna melt your shit.
Like my shoes.
Yeah, that's a great story.
Oh, dude, it was wild. Still to this day, I could feel myself just like, am I moving right now? Fuck, I am. I'm sliding down the fucking in the middle of summer. I felt like I was in winter. Like I was just, up here on a little incline and you just start feeling yourself kind of drifting a little bit. And I was like, look down and I see my shoes just melting off. The soles are coming off. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm walking across the fucking street. Thank God the street was only 4 lanes then. This was like 1988. So yeah, Vegas was nothing like it is now. Not even close.
No, literally, it was the one little strip and then the old town.
Well, at Aladdin, right? You get to Aladdin
Yeah,
pretty much.
that was the end of it.
Poof, nothing. And on the other side of the street was nothing anyways, because the Sahara ended it kind of right there on that side. And pretty not that much was over there. I mean, it was Sahara, Stardust, was the dunes on
It
that
is
side?
sort of
Can't
weird. The
remember.
last times I go to Vegas, there's huge plots of empty land, like not on the strip, but like right behind it, where you'd think, well, why wouldn't you build there or there or there? There's like some chunky empty land people have been
On
sitting
the other
on
side of the highway, you mean? Like where the Rio's at? In the
behind the
palms?
strip. No, like
No, like
Right
on
directly.
yeah.
Yeah, if you go behind like the MGM Grand or the Mandalay Bay or any of those,
There's still
They
some
got
prime
enough-
like
dude,
spots.
stop talking over people. They got enough space, like behind the casinos and the resorts, that when they want to expand it, they already have the land.
Yeah.
So now it's just a matter of getting the building actually going. Huge plots, huge.
A lot of fucking
Yeah.
money wrapped up out there, boy.
Yep. See, when I was working at the MGM, I was talking to one of the ladies in the office in the accounts payable, and the electric bill for that fucking building was over $1 million a month.
Oh, fuck. God, yes. I can imagine. All those machines, computers. Dude, they'll
Air
have a
conditioning.
service, fucking probably have a 2,000 amp service just for their computer gear alone. And they do have their own service for those computers. It's on its own line, generated up. Like,
Well, so do you-
any security shit is triple protected, man. You
You
ain't
do
losing
big-
power.
Big electrical. That's what you are, electrician, right?
Used to be.
All right. So when these guys are building grow room commercial in like, there was a standard where it was like 180 lights per room seemed to be this thing, but now they're up to like 450, 650 lights in these giant warehouses. They're like making 650 sockets to plug in 650 fixtures.
Well,
Is that
I
how,
know.
like, so electricians
that they're-
coming in there?
I don't know if they're
That
plugging
was
them
what I
in.
was-
Maybe they're hardwiring them, but yeah, I'd have to, if there were 650 lights, yeah, I'm putting in 650 openings for those lights.
That's a lot of work just in the electrician part.
Just finished a 103-story building last year.
There's a lot of grow rooms in there, boy. I can tell you we could have fit.
That'd be crazy.
So that was the disheartening part of the trades too, especially more industrial shit. You know, you put in your heart, your soul, your life into your day's work. You know what I mean? You're hoping you're leaving some type of legacy or, you know, something behind you can drive by and I built that motherfucker. But a lot of days, especially like in business, man, they fucking knock shit down. You know, half the shit either because of the materials won't stand a few generations, or it'll just be fucking shit. You know what I mean? In a few generations.
Yeah.
So
no, you're right. You're right. It's not. There's a lot of stuff out there. It's not built, especially in housing. I mean, the buildings I put up, those are going to be there, I think, for a while. But that is the cool thing I will say out of my whole career is that I was there to help change the skyline from what it used to be over 30 years, you know. And seeing like movies or pictures, especially, I don't really watch movies, but I'll see stuff on Instagram where they'll do a flyover to city, or it'll be maybe a trailer of a movie and it'll be like in a Chicago thing. And I'll see like, there's that, I did that building. People get annoyed with me now. And yeah, we know you did that one and that one. Shut the fuck up. It's cool though.
Families, Naples. Every time I go down there, Florida, not Naples, Naples, Florida. Let's state that there.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. I was like,
every time I go down there, the whole landscape's changed. The whole landscape's changed. They don't reuse any building. There's nobody fucking buying a building and reusing it. They're knocking it fucking down. Everything's fucking. I don't even recognize the town every fucking time I go down there.
I don't think they can though.
To me would be frustrating.
Doesn't their shit though? It just the weather and that salt air, doesn't it just erode fucking everything? Like nothing can, like they have to like take it down and rebuild a new one because it's just. I don't know.
It could have something to do with it.
Well, what wasn't there that collapse of a building in Florida where it was like, even when they built it, they said it was really only going to be good for about 50 years, but it was past 50 years and that whole thing just collapsed.
That was built right in the perfect time in the 80s where it was a bad time and shit was, if there was something to be built, it had to be done as fast as possible because with the interest rates, like if you got 18%, well, was homeowners, but I don't know what commercial rates were, but I'm sure they were just as bad.
Well, in the 80s, a lot of what fueled all the building in Florida, it was cocaine money. Like that was
right. So who was working on them, so we've had buildings here that are not collapsing. Well, I think we did have one that kind of fell apart, but they're all built in that 82 to 85, 86 range. It seems like where it's even cars were shit then, man. Like I can't tell you what was good. Even an Oldsmobile had a 442. I don't know. I drove a lot. I worked for an Olds dealer. So in 87, I think I went to work there. So we were getting those 84, 85, 442s. And all the time I was driving them around, they were, nah.
Yeah, that's kind of true. There is no real like nice cars left from the 80s.
I'd say the Mustang GT. If you had like a Mustang, either the LX or GT, like the 82. I remember the 82s for whatever reason was the years were the 82s and the 85s were the years to have. Those were like the real fucking killer years for those motors. I know it was like if you had an 85, you wanted the LX package with the 5.0, not the GT. The LX was lighter by a couple 100 pounds or some shit because it didn't have all the low profile, skirting and shit on it, make it look like it was lower. So it didn't have the big spoilers and shit on the back. So that shit was heavy rubber back then, right?
It's funny you bring that in particular car up because that was the 80s were a good year for Mustangs. But I seen it was like a early 90s version, the compact one, the box, the GT. And what's funny is I see it parked like at the pizza place, and I'm laughing, and I'm like, man, that used to be the sport car back then, if you could believe it. And she's like, that? And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? It was the GT, and it was a convertible. I'm like, I can't believe that was the car, in that era. But back in the 80s there, my favorite ride undoubtedly was either the Trans Am, Monte Carlo, or Grand Prix. The old like Smokey and the Bandits, late 70s, early 80s,
78 Trans Am, the 400.
Same with the Monte Carlo. Nice. I like not the long boat bitch.
Right.
The shorter, boxier one, 82 T-top, something like that. Fun.
My favorite car was my 87 Grand National. Well, it wasn't the Grand National. It was the Regal T-type, which was basically the Grand National engine in a stripped down version, lighter and faster than the actual, fucking Grand National, which was funny, and it's the most sought after. I guess someone said they saw one go on for over $1 million in one of those auctions or some shit. And I'm like, great. I had the T-tops, the rattle tops, as I call them, because none of those things all rattled back then in the 80s. If you had T-tops, man, maybe not when you first got it, but it wasn't long, man. Those things just fucking zzz. We take them off just not to hear that shit.
My favorite one was in fact, it was a Monte Carlo 82 pearl white with a burgundy velvet interior. Man, that thing was an ass getter. You could wash that thing up and it just shined.
It had the burgundy and orange stripe on the side, right?
No stripe. It was just like a burgundy interior. It had a burgundy interior, no stripe. The outside was all pearl white. Just all flat white.
Pearl white. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the one they made the white and the blue one only the year. That was like the first model year. They only had the two color, or they had a black one too, right?
Yeah, they had a black one too. And that car, I love that car. That was
beautiful.
During that point in my life, I had almost a vehicle for like every day of the week. I could be incognito as incognito could be. You never knew what I was fucking traveling in. And I was flipping some fucking pounds during that day, that whole time of my fucking life there. And I ended up selling that Monte Carlo to a friend of mine, a partner there. And it's wow, we brought some shit in from Chicago for a long time. So. And but I sold that car to him, and his wife actually fucking died in that fucking car. She hit a fucking tree in that motherfucker, and it was a sad ending to probably my most favorite vehicle, because most vehicles you don't, you know what I mean, you don't see the lifetime, and that was like passed to a friend, and partly because there was a good friendship there, and I was like, all right, I'll sell it to you, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I thought it was going to have a good home for the rest of his life. But yeah, to see his wife die in that was a tragic end for her and my favorite car, one of my favorite cars. It was tragic. Really tragic. He went on a fucking cocaine bender on that. And that was a little fucking part of the scenario there. That was, I don't talk about that phase of my life, but man, that was fucking a spoiler right there, man. At one point, we were pulling in fucking pounds, 100 pounds a week, probably close to something like that.
Allegedly,
And
right?
from Chicago. Yeah, allegedly from Chicago on the Amtrak. We'd come in
Mhm.
on the old Amtrak. Yeah, I said
No
that one
shit,
night.
really?
People would be amazed how much shit comes in on the Amtrak. But yeah, fucking yeah, that until that accident. Well, they were starting, there was three of us who allegedly kind of took care of some shit in that area. Basically, if you're in mid-Michigan at that point in time, you probably thought you probably thought if you had cannabis, I was probably in that
Well,
chain
chances
somewhere.
are, wherever you were getting it from, I'm sure some of that was flowing into my neighborhood. If it was in Chicago, it was coming out to me too. There's more than probably just one dude buying there, right?
So the two gentlemen there started actually kind of bringing, allegedly, I gotta watch my words here. That's why I don't talk. This is why I don't talk. This is why I don't tell my stories.
I know,
You know
because
what
your
I mean?
past can get you in
But they
trouble,
little
allegedly.
too crazy. Yeah, they started kind of doing and bringing in other stuff, and after she passed, things went really south, and fucking they ended up giving us in with on that end super deep, super deep, super deep. Blink of an eye, almost a mill into that to Chicago. Shit got fucking crazy, crazy after that point. And I'm telling you, that's probably why, again, this is probably a small glimpse into why you guys probably never hear my story, because it's just too many things that can't be told. Even to this day, too much crazy shit. Okay. Good times though, man. That's when I've often alluded to this too. You know, cannabis has always been a part of my life. I'm not afraid to say that I've hustled my whole life. But anytime up until medical cannabis, you know what I mean? If I would take a break in the hustle, it seemed like anything I made during that hustle seemed to vanish as quickly as the hustle stopped. It was like a cruel, you know what I mean? It just wasn't meant to be. And every time, as soon as the hustle stopped, it was like all ripped away just as fast. Crazy life though, man. Good times.
Yeah,
Crazy times.
sometimes I have to dig down deep. A lot of my times were fueled with booze and alcohol and shit, and hard to remember. But yeah, I've been in some really fucking wild situations that fucking probably shoot a really nice scene from a movie for it. Being chased the one time by the cops, that was good for about 4 fucking hours, hundreds of miles an hour, 130, 140 in a 77 Trans Am with a 400 in it. The year before the Smoking the Bandit. Same car, just didn't have all the fancy. But yeah, that's one thing, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. It's important.
It's sad that a lot of them stories can't be told publicly.
I have a lot of stuff that can't be told, and I'm not worried about the police either. That shit. Yeah, I like some of the ones I can tell, though. They're kind of fun.
Yeah.
Marshall just hit it right there. He's like the campfire talks, the campfire stories. Stoney knows what I'm talking about. The no cameras, you gotta be there.
Yeah, those are the best. I agree.
Yeah. I think we all have a few of those.
I even left Thunder Dan with a few cues. I'm like, next time, ask me about this.
Oh yeah, that was a great time. But hey, to get back, I wanted to tell you, yeah, the 4th of July thing. Yeah, let's let me talk to Larry. We have a gig tomorrow, so that's why I was cleaning that drum up. It was just loaded with chunks of wood in between the rim and the head, and it was really starting to sound shitty. But yeah, we have a gig tomorrow, and then I'll talk to him tomorrow and see, we'll do it either in the basement. Maybe he'll want to do something outside again. I don't know. I think we did something outside just for like just the neighborhood. We just jammed, and then there's always people blowing fireworks off. And plus he lives like not too far from where they actually blow off the fireworks in his neighborhood. So
It'd be fun. It'd be fun. If you guys are down, I'm down. That's for sure.
yeah, it probably won't be no 7-8 hour thing on our end. We might do 2 hours is usually pretty good for us.
We're thankful for whatever we get, Smart or Stoney. I didn't mean to call you Smart. Stoney.
That's
Grateful
okay.
for
We got some
whatever
new
we
stuff
get.
coming. That's what we've been working on, some new stuff, and it's coming along. Now we got a couple of these gigs, so now we're
I dug the show where you did a bunch of classic rock shit too.
Yeah.
The first set
Yeah, well-
was more original. The second set had a bunch of
cover songs, right?
that was
yeah.
killer.
Yeah. So the thing is with YouTube, and I'm surprised that maybe they just didn't sound like the cover or like the song we were covering. But a lot of times we've been flagged a few times. I know on Instagram.
I got for
Did you?
what I posted. Some of that was monetized. Yeah, they snatched that up. I was gonna go back and look. I'm funny. I'm glad Jay said something. I need to go back and look because I
Now,
was gonna
Stoney,
tell you which ones
Before
were
the
flagged, but
internet,
they weren't flagged.
playing cover songs, there wasn't anything that was like, there was nothing wrong with that, or the band music didn't trip on it. But now, because of the social media, even playing a cover song your own way triggers the algorithm.
Yes.
Somebody else owns the music rights now, so now they're gonna charge people. They're gonna be like, motherfuckers, we own that music. You're
Well,
gonna pay us.
so when you're putting it on YouTube, though, you're creating a recording of it, something that could be played over and over. And then at some point, possibly, if we play it so awesomely better than the band's original, and then all of a sudden people love it for some reason and it blows up, they don't want to miss out on that money. That's their money, not mine, or whoever played the song. It's their song.
Yeah. Even in
we get something for it, but
the super archive called archive.org that has every Grateful Dead show back to 65. There's certain songs they covered. Wait, what? Good golly, Miss Molly,
sure,
and whatever. That even though their music's free to download, they have an open policy with that on that particular website. Now, there's other songs they cover. No, there isn't any problem. But there's these couple songs that, they're banned from download or banned from playing, or they're just missing on those particular shows. That it was like a medley they did with, what's the guy that's saying Good Golly Miss Molly?
Little Richard.
He did it. Yeah, he has another song, and they do those two songs. And now that you bring up Little Richard, he was chasing copyright way before internet.
Well, believe me, those live albums like that, if there's a cover song on it, if it's on a different label, those labels worked it out. Someone's getting some money for it.
Well, when Grateful Dead owned their catalog, which they don't. They sold it to Warner or Columbia or whoever. They didn't. We had open policy, like taping was part of it, and the music was traded. That was all part of it. But then I think it's Columbia who ends up owning them. They own the albums, which cover just about every song at this point, even songs that are in live shows that they've released as the record company. So yeah, now it makes all the tapes and all that under this copyright thing because the record company actually owns. And yeah, you just have to give them credit for it or whatever. Probably have to pay when you use it. But yep, it's owned. That's why all the artists did this in the last few years. Sold their catalog to the corporate interest. Like Neil Young sold half his. The Pink Floyd guy sold, I think, all of theirs. Rolling Stone sold all of theirs. Grateful Dead sold theirs. So they don't own the catalog anymore.
That's when you see it in the car commercial and shit. Cheers and way it's 420.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And from the artist perspective, they're here now. So, and these deals were like hundreds of millions of dollars, huge amounts of money. And well, why wouldn't you take it now?
Sure. Beatles don't own their shit, right?
They were
sold
the
theirs.
first.
Michael
Jackson and them. And then now, remember when that happened, it was like the story and the amount of money paid was like this astronomical thing at the time. But now looking back, they got that for a deal compared to today's money. So yeah, smart moves, I guess.
Funny, a little story kind of relating back to, the copyright bullshit. The first original version of the Dad song was Offspring's Intermission. And it was this basically with them, he'd come in every so often and go, it's going to happen right now. Intermission. And then fucking there was like some and ahs through it, you know what I mean? And there for the longest time, the Offspring, it got to where the Offspring was like, they got to where the episode wasn't, they were like limiting the audience, right? Because of the copyright. So that's why I switched and I tried to find something. This was as close to but didn't have that shit. But every time there for a while, we'd go like, or we'd just say something close to. It would that was enough. And the Offspring would claim that shit. Just by saying intermission during that, I bet you the Offspring is like, that's close enough. That's us. That's us.
But the funny thing is, it's not monitored singular. It's monitored by one entity, not by each individual band, right? So they all hired this one internet police algorithm that listens to everything that's going on. As soon as they hear it,
that's the insane part. That it's as fast as you're talking.
Yep.
Stoney, you go ahead and try to play some Marshall Tucker or something like that. I've had streams shut down for Midnight Rider.
It's
Midnight Rider will get you shut down.
When they talk about the algorithms controlled by, what is it, IA or, that it's just getting smarter.
Yeah.
That's how it's like,
they feed it whatever information, right?
And it's as
it
we go on
to it.
We used to get away with a little. Now it's like it's like it just needs 2 notes and boom.
So imagine like every song is a puzzle piece to a puzzle. They know exactly what that puzzle piece looks like. They know the size of it. And as soon as it pops up, it fills that gap and the fucking alarm goes off. And it only takes seconds.
And it's all digital. Once everything went digital, it's even easier for them to use these types of
all digital. All digital
Yeah,
stuff
everything's
doesn't work.
digital. So
Right.
that plug and play with the computer.
So
Where-
here was funny thing, right? So when the computer came out, and then that whole downloading, once computers were capable of, like pulling a picture up instantaneously and not sit there and wait for it. And then all of a sudden music was available. You can download a song in like fucking 1 hour. It's like, all right, cool. And then Napster came along. And then these guys all start freaking out about it. And I was thinking to myself, well, what the fuck, dude? Like, we had fucking cassettes and 8-tracks and reel-to-reels. Like, we could just plug that right into anything. Your phonograph, you could plug it into your whatever and record. I could record fucking shit on the radio direct. And nobody said fucking words. Nobody was suing the fucking cassette companies for creating these blank copies for us to fucking record. So like when we were young, or getting a little older, and we didn't spend all our money on fucking albums, and we wanted to buy clothes, it was like we kind of collectively got together, like, all right, so you're going to get UFO, you're going to get Van Halen, you're going to get Zeppelin 4, and you get that. And then what we do is we trade them, and then we just record them all. And now I have a copy of, and then you get your album back and you put it in your collection, and that was it. And that's how we did it for years.
In the Deadhead scene, everyone taped shows and then bought cassettes and then copied the shows and then copy. Like even when you can find some of these tapes, it'll be like 2nd gen, 3rd gen, 5th gen. That's how many generations of like copies, because it would get hissier as it went. You'd want to get it off the master. But that ND batteries, like, even though you think, oh, but the cassette thing was huge. XL2Ss or better, like if you wanted the cassette, and surprisingly enough, there's people that kept their cassettes way back from then that still play. It's all about finding a deck now that plays true speed, like
right.
And they don't even make cassette players anymore.
No, you have to go to Larry's house. He's probably got about 4 or 5 of them from the 80s and 70s.
I have a D5, a Sony D5. It ran on 2 batteries, D batteries. You can plug my stereo. It's only about yay big. You could sneak it in, and that was the deck of choice for Deadhead tapers all through the 80s, 90s, and then came DAT for a while, digital audio tape, and then that only lasted a few years, maybe a little longer, and then it just went straight hard drive. No reason to. Yeah, you can just point and click and hear it all. You don't have to.
I used to record. So if I was going to keep something, I wanted to keep it, I would get the metallic tapes, because those hold forever, or pretty long. I don't know about forever, but nobody's reached forever yet, so now you could say forever. But that was the choice that we used. Once you got in that metal tape, that metallic tape, magnetic tape, whatever it was called. It was the same shit that they used in the recording studios, just on a cassette. Because we got a hold of these 4-track recorders that came out with 4-track cassette recorders. So you could have 4 microphones and record 4 different instruments, or drums. You need a few more mics, maybe, not always, but depending on your setup. But it didn't matter. It's like, okay, well, we could just play the song, record all the drums, then we take the tape and you would flip it and stick it back in, and then we record that on, you'd bounce all those tracks down to 1. And then you would have more track. You could have 4 more tracks. So then you could add guitars, bass, vocals. and then you bounce those all back down onto one track, and then you get 3 more tracks to play with. So you always had 3 tracks. Keep adding, so you could just keep overdubbing and overdubbing. It's kind of what we did, like Dave Grohl. I don't know if anybody's ever seen. I think it's called Sound City, a documentary on him.
He got the board. He got the board.
Yes, the Rupert Neves board, right? He talks about how he would have 2 tape decks. 2 boom boxes is what we used to use, because we used to do the same thing. It's so funny because he talks about, I'm like, we used to do the same fucking thing. So you get a tape, pop it in, hit record, play, done. Take that tape, put another tape in the other one, a blank one, hit record on that, hit play on that, record that, and then add another instrument to that while you're doing that, and then just keep flipping it and keep doing the same process. So you're just one tracking everything and bouncing it, all onto one, together. So it's the same thing. It's called multi-tracking. So now you're multi-tracking. And when they came out, those 4 tracks, so man, that was like that revolutionized the dudes in the garage were able to actually make quality fucking recordings back then. We didn't have to go to a studio to do a decent demo. Like it would cost us $200 to go make a demo, 3-4 songs, and it was like, it never sounded that great because they didn't give a fuck, the engineer. Yeah, okay, here, I'll tell you what, I'll reverse the lead guitar and have it backwards like Jimi Hendrix, and
Here's something I know you and Larry, if not already hip to, but okay, so Osley, Bear, that was his thing, sound engineering. All the money made from acid in the 60s and 70s, he spent on developing, recording, and sound. His kids, because he died, have this website and this project called Sonic Journals, which, like, even last year they released a Johnny Cash show that was recorded by Bear using, like, not soundboard, just using the room, right? And a few other acts, obscure acts that they've released so far, that they've remastered, and some of it you can download and listen to free, like especially the Johnny Cash one is really good. Like, the quality of the sound is like on another planet. But that was from Bear's personal collection of shows he used to record in the 60s with, like, I don't know how to describe it, but he had like techniques that then became what everyone did, but he was like one of the first people to set up stuff like that.
Yeah, right. Industry standard setups. Sure. He's probably, I'm sure I've read some of his drum miking techniques, seeing that drums are the most, and still to this day, the hardest instrument to mic properly or get the proper sounds you're looking for.
Well, there's his old website that just is really a collection of essays and him answering questions. It was, the infancy stage of the internet, but it's still bear.org or whatever it is. His son Zane, and they manage his legacy. But some of his essays on audio is probably what you're talking about, where, yeah, he was ahead of his time, especially when you consider he was saying this stuff like way before a lot of this stuff was even invented yet. And he has other interesting things, like he didn't eat anything but meat and barely cooked. He never ate a vegetable. He was tripping hard. Oh yeah, he explains it all. Like, if you want to get into some far out shit, He definitely was tripping hard. Weird things about numbers. He literally called an emergency meeting in the early 70s and tried to convince the whole band that the world was coming to an end and they all needed to go down to this one place in Australia that would be safe from what was going to happen. Yeah, he was out there.
That's all right. You never know. He could be right, though. You have to see. Hopefully, you never have to.
Well, it turned out that was where he lived. Like later in his life, he went and lived in Australia. And how he died was just driving his Jeep to town and it got in a crash and it rolled over and he died.
Well, those pumpkin seeds, aren't they GreenFingers?
Big ass seeds, huh? Imagine. They look like weed seeds. Big old
Are those nuts?
pistachios.
Pistachios.
Remember the pink,
$700 a pound. I'm gonna start
remember
growing
the pink
those.
stained ones? Those pink stained ones used to. You guys know what that meant? What they used to stand for?
What?
No, nobody knows.
No, I think
No?
I might have heard it, but I
Was it
don't remember.
for the royalty in Japan or some shit? One of those royalty, China or somebody used to make them paint them pink for some reason. I don't know. That's why I asked. But that's the only reason. I was like, man, somebody else has to know.
So if you had pink fingers, they knew that you were royalty because you were eating pistachios all the time.
Oh no, because you're eating the pink pistachios. I don't know what it was about it.
Dude, those things used to suck, man. Your fingers would be red, your teeth would be red, your lips would be looked like you had lipstick on.
For real.
They were good.
I always thought it was so the old man could figure out if we were into his pistachios or not, because those were always expensive, and it was like, you don't touch them things, leave them alone, oh, they're mine.
It was royalty only or some shit. Why it was pink, like it was crazy. Good
Yeah.
shit.
Well, have you seen this new pineapple that Dole created called the pink pineapple? It comes in this gold foil box and it's $49.99. But it is pink. And it doesn't come from Hawaii. It comes from an Asian country. But it was weird. My brother's a caterer chef. And it must have been almost a year ago that he had these things and was promoting them. And yeah, now I saw him in this, the high-end store. Sprouts had them for $49 for a pink pineapple.
Yeah, I've seen them at Bristol Farms. Same price. Like,
so if you can like cross things and grab things on like a grapple, you ever have a grapple? How they fucking do that shit? How they make a grape apple?
You mean grappa?
Shit like that.
Grappa?
They cross
the line?
You can say it
right?
however you
Grappa.
like, Stoney.
Will be
It's called
Is that what it is?
grappa? Yeah. So it's like the stalks and the stems from the vines, and they squeeze that shit out. They press it really.
Well, this is an apple that I'm talking about. It's like it's an actual fruit, a grapple.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the wine, like grappa, where like one little glass will fucking knock you on your ass.
Oh, really?
I think with apples, they graft a newer variety onto the older variety tree and stuff.
Yeah.
You use the root system and
So you can eat a crab apple and then get a good apple.
And it eventually takes on those traits. Because we've talked about this for like cannabis, you know what I mean? Grafting other strains onto, just for funsies sake to see if they would mix flavors that way. So if it can be done with another plant, say fruit. You know what I mean? Why couldn't you mix genes like cannabis like that?
Well, there's a bunch of
do it
agriculture
with
that
cannabis.
uses that technique where they just they they graft.
Yeah.
They use the existing root system and
What
just
you
put
guys mean?
new stuff on top.
So like those crabapple trees, those ones that blossom and they turn like white and pink in the springtime, they're like this giant canopy. Those are usually like apple trees, but then they graft this branch onto it, which then blows up and turns into this crabapple tree. But then after some time, it stops blossoming, and then the crab apples stop, and then you start getting apples again. Like it takes itself back over. So you could graft it on, but it only lasts for so long, and then the original whatever root system that thing was takes it over. At least with the crab apple trees or something like that. I think I'm correct. I have to talk to my mom. She knows all that shit. She worked at a nursery.
Well, I know that
Yeah.
it seems maybe it's more than 10 years, but apples, like every year, there seems to be like this new hot variety.
Yeah, right.
Honey Crisp and then Cosmic Crisp. And, they still have the basic ones there, but they're.
Do they have the OG crisp yet?
Well,
there you go, buddy. There's
they're
a project
hunters.
for you, brother.
That's the Johnny Appleseed thing there. Basically, how all that shit got started. The Appleseed, or the apple itself, every seed's different. You know what I mean? It's kind of depending on environment, what pops up and what survives thereafter. But they say 90% of those apples are shit. The ones that are, found and have went the test of time have been fucking, cut from them trees, passed on and fucking shit like that. The Macintoshes like that. So why wouldn't somebody, you know what I mean, take an apple, or I'm sure they're hunters just like we are. I want to take a few hundred of these apples, or you know what I mean, and just let them come up and then try them. You know what I mean? If that one's good, then it will fucking keep and fucking maintain that tree. You know what I mean? Replant saplings from that. Just like we do with cannabis and shit, trying to find that ultimate new apple and shit. I can see them farmers and shit doing just like the same thing we do, hunting those genetics just like we do cannabis.
Well, even
So it's a wide pool.
It seems to be the Pacific Northwest, that because another sector is like the pluot or the plum crossed into apricot, or they have all these varieties of those are called stone fruits, like in the scheme of the class of stone fruits. And over the years, there's always a new variety of that. Not as many as apples, but they cross species together and make new different fruits.
I didn't mean to laugh, buddy. I was listening. Yeah, I was reading chat there, and I think it's Seymour Cut says, I got that pre-98 apple.
Pre-98 Bubba Crisp.
Greenfish. I saw that in the groceries. That's like a flattened white peach, right?
Yeah. They call them Saturn peaches.
Saturn, yeah.
Yeah. But they're just a flat peach, just like you said, just one of the ornamentals that actually got fruit on them. And people think they're just for ornamental. We used to have a white ornamental peach tree in the backyard, and they had the weirdest little sharp tipped looking things, like just little pointed, little sharp looking, they were just like little missiles kind of. They didn't look like peaches at all, but they were delicious. And they got bigger and bigger each year, and then they look like big missiles at the end.
All right, dude, you are putting out way too much stuff. You're making it very hard for me to not swing at those lobs you're throwing up there, buddy. You gotta slow down.
They
because
were delicious.
there's a few I'm just like, I'm not seeing nothing. I'm gonna be cool.
They were the best peaches, best white peaches I ever had. But they're from an
Oh, they're-
ornamental tree that wasn't supposed to have any fruit. So
What was it, like a cornucopia thing? Is that what it looked like? Like a horn almost?
yeah, the peach looked like
But it was good though, right? You said.
yeah, they were all good, but they had like a weird tip and a point to them, like a little like a
Well,
pepper.
If you can get past that, everything's good.
They looked weird. My grandpa didn't. Oh, don't pick them. They're not good. But the birds were picking them. Like they were eating them all. So I knew they had to be good. If the birds are eating them, eat them. Like whatever the birds eat, they probably taste better than the other one.
Sounds like my last girlfriend. Once you got past a few things, everything was good. The birds were hanging around her, so I knew it was all thumbs up.
Yeah, the structure of the plant was beautiful. It was the most beautiful peach tree I ever seen. It looked like a giant cannabis tree, except for that single finger leaves. Just one finger, like big, giant, long finger. Crazy. Miss that tree.
Well, shit, guys. I think I'm gonna jump out of here and go to bed. I was supposed to be in bed like 4 hours ago.
Yeah, me too. I have a gig tomorrow.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back to work next week.
I was honored that you popped in, brother. You said you could be a while, and then when I seen that name pop up, I was like, yeah, I knew we couldn't stay away.
No, I'll be around on the weekends and shit once in a while, but the office lady done fucked herself again. So she would not accept my doctor's note. So she wants a new one, but I can't get a new one until Tuesday. So I might actually be here Monday night for the Weed Nerd.
You need to get your fucking doctor to pencil in one of these.
Oh, I'm penciling one in myself.
A couple mushrooms next to it would be perfect. Just saying, spitting mushrooms always a good touch.
Right on.
He said spitting mushrooms.
They add a fine touch to everything. Spitting mushrooms are always classy. I'm just saying.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Is that why you're always sucking on them?
Fucking mushrooms. Oh,
I have no comment.
Oh shit.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. Chat,
Peace out, brother.
fuck all of you. Stoney, fuck off. GreenFingers, fuck you. Eagle, fuck you. Peace out, guys.
fuck you too, bro. Just
Peace out, brother.
I want to get high and go to the fucking art museum with fucking GreenFingers.
Dude, we had a
And just
great
stand there and be
Palm
like,
Springs. You gotta
what
go.
do you
It's the
see?
greatest thing.
I want to
Like
film
Wednesday.
that.
It's free like 2 days out of the week down there. It's the greatest thing. It's like fucking cool. Go trip out on.
All right, I'm getting out of here, guys. I gotta go to bed. I'm fucking shot. So thank you, Eagle. Love you, brother. GreenFingers, buddy. Thank you. Love you, brothers. Peace out, chat. See y'all, Weed Nerd World.
Have a good show
You
tomorrow.
have an amazing day,
Thank you.
brother. Yeah, good
Peace.
show. Bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think this is a good point, guys.
I was gonna say what's
Yeah,
happening.
I'll go next. Good hanging. We'll see you guys around. Have a good weekend.
Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Man, what did I do this show? I ran everybody off with the weird shaped peaches. Jesus Christ.
The
Fuck.
weird shaped peaches and the spitting mushrooms.
Spitting mushrooms are stay. People stay for
That
the
is
spitting.
fucking.
I know I stay for the spitting mushrooms. Wait, only when I
That
draw
is-
them. When I draw them on the show, that's my favorite. But usually I try to keep it classy so I don't make them spit when I draw them. They're just couple little quick mushrooms. Hard to draw, believe it or not.
They're hard to draw. You seem to you whip them out so quickly.
I'm getting
It's
better.
hard to believe. Oh no, I can't believe I just said you whip
whip
them
them
out
out
so
too
quickly.
I do whip it out pretty fast.
Oh
On
man.
that one, everybody, don't whip it out so fast. You know,
Don't
nice
leave
and
me
slow.
on that note.
Nice and slow. Whip it out nice and slow. Plant a few seeds. Take it slow with the soil. Don't be all rough and
Plant some
beat up too
spinning
much.
mushroom.
No, yeah, wait for the spitting mushrooms. I should say the mushrooms that have spores, but it's the same thing. We all know what that means.
Oh jeez. If you're gonna plant if you're gonna plant some spinning mushrooms, wrap it up.
Wrap it the fuck up. Yeah. Look for some Trojans or lifestyle, whatever you guys use, whatever these kids use nowadays, sex havers. I don't do that no more. Peace out. Touch you.
220. Have a good day, brother.
What have we done to the show? I love you. Bye.
Oh man, that went so quick.
I'll see you tomorrow. Or when
Oh,
the next
thank
show?
you guys. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, bro. See you tomorrow.
Love you.
Love you too, brother. With that being said, that does wrap up episode 667. Gotta get out of the 660s there. Tongue twisters. That being said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this here episode. I've had some fun and I hope you have as well. Seem to have smoked myself silly. But here we go with the shout outs. I need to pencil in a few really quick before I get started. So I forget. Yeah. I think I put some in here. Hold on, let me double check some shit. I thought today, man, I was like, oh.
83 credits, still bring the ruckus. I almost had to now fight this.
Off camera. And some names I had in there, the book. Book. Some cool D's house name, Mama Lot 710, Scarecrow 420, Green Gun Bomb, Christina MG 89, Unplug 705, Medical, Link Color, Cuddy, Rick T, the Rebel, the IG27, Baby and Selena, Dave's not here, Tom Spook, Greg Walker, Mendo Dope, T Dog, Vito Red Energetic Girls, Mother Nature, Justin Conway, Duck Weed, Run Boy 7426, Justin Gooder, Snake Man, Roki Grower 75, Core Travel, Michael Wallace, Mo Vision 420, Who's Your Cat Daddy Taco, Don Slug, Rick S. in the bushes, 827, James Simmons, Kevin Howe, Rose Last Hope, Pats Fan 425, Winter Dirt Road Dude, Kenneth Shiba, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye, Rustler, Dab Goblin, Dr. Buzz Lightyear, S. Stone, 710, Canuck, Ken Queen, Genetics, Savage, Nazi, Formador, Dirtman Dan, Keith the Black Sales, Mr. Bosilla, Zemprio, Birds, Ross, Bob, Ross, Just So, Root Small Tubes, Tyler, Frosty Buds, Nor Michigan, Nor Michigan Micro. Ouija Buds, Dub T Grow, Big Jar Grows, AC, Modern Genetics, Socal, Weed Nerd, John Lance, PPG 15, Green County Grower, CJ Apple, Perfectly Apple Collected, Dollar Tree Grower, T1 Productions, Date Grower, DOA Grow Mints, Miss Nudie Grows, Like Grew Sunshine Cannon Seed, Missing tonight, Nutrient Shootouts, Nutty, Nicky, Zillion Slammer, NNY, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Booth, Clover 420, High Spy, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam, T2, Mood Mo Grower, the Kenna Great, Loki Grows, Sussex Guy Burton 79, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Kelly Connection, Wolverine Grow, Big Jar Grows, Jimmy Buffalo, Layback, Farmer, Jimmy D or D Block, MMP Nations, Creations, Amber Lonic, Psychedelic Warlock, Artist LD, Sir Sticky Rob, Big Day 420, Brent Window, Big Ed 1961, Manawati, G3, The Green Click, JK Triple G, Mr. Sprintley, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, Beach Crazy for You, BGW, G420, Dr. Budswell, Blue Thumb OG, Anthro Sensimedia, Anthro Just Space 420, Beast Coast Roll 420, Sir Howe, Trey Balone, Keep It Real, Haggerton 420, Zep Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, BT Double D, Rose Bingus, Green Puffin, man, now you sport Self Life School of Crop, Cause I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Real 100, 212, Annie Man, Miranda Family Farms, Page Farms, Me All Flower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13, Noob, Sabot Wins, Kingdom Aquaponics, Indra, Michigan Native, Mary Jane, Mad Garden, Streamer 77, Double D, Bad Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs from 619 664, Spaniard, Kruger, Jones, and Drill, Papa G, Rose, Raz, Amy. One of my favorite ST songs, by the way. Raz, Amy, Drove, Grows, Cats, a girl from my podcast. Cheers, Cats. Good luck on the cover there. Green Med Flag, Jeremiah Moran, Stony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, LG 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus Soil, Jason Iso, Pete Witt, David Colby, Mason 662, Scroggy Mike, Scroggerton the fourth, Gaddix Groves, Kaylee Burrows, Chad Brad, Family Farms, Polly P, Kevin Jodry, Mike Honcho, Jay Huggins, UTA, Green Tree Hunter, Kush Cloud, Joshua Stevenson, Organic Home Buds, Warren Nelson, Camwood, Maine Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, RJS, Claire Fresno, Happy Guy, 311, Mix Up, Kinder Grows, Evergreen Age, Friends, Tree MMJ, Man Ass, Save Ball, Dragonfly B, Matt, Justice Matt, Travis Law, Wells, Lucky Mike, Seattle Chronic Seeds, Key Chronic, Type for Blusco Seed, Shenango Gas, Wabasso for Life, John Smith, Tommy Tricos, Boca King, Raz, Pop Little, Soul Roll, Spiky Pilots, Oscar Green Jr., Matt Stillberg, Indo 11, Stephanie B, Sharp Pulley, 989, Brian Braun, Sovereign Garner, Stoner Nation 420, Joe Y1 Bugs 1313 Grower, Painted Lady, Frank Boo, Jay Myers, to mid to chat, Mr. Manny D, Bag C, Dr. GGC, Jeff, Shredder 911, Dutch Grows 420, Scallywag 420, Skill Bull 1, Bed Grower 1, Empire Breeding Co. for Goalie, Lost Leaf, Liam Mass, Danny Deco, B Bear 7, Ollie Noble, CK Tom Trinidad, Looney Jester, Smoking with Small Town, Tim S, Mr. Lazy, Rafter Groves, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Door Michigan Forward, Double Tap Farmers, Mr. Green Thumb 420, 808, Voodoo Prospects, Tandem Bus Driver, Hayden Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grow, T Ben, TM 42696, Root Nuts, Factory Scrambles, BB Moonrocks, GHF, Double J, Bio Green, Self Grower 56, Hanky Saving 420, KP, Ganja Nano, Your Mama, Georgia Joy, Roy Rodriguez, Big Glory, Nature's Best Nugs, Killer Bee Rose, Ganja Wizard, Husky Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Soil for Life, Bully for Life, the Jeff 42069, Beaver 698, Dr. Franklin Moody, Goddamn, I'm baked, that's a test. The Riffin Fat Boy, Jack Greenstock, 424, 20 Boone's Farm, Charlie Farms, 420, Aldridge, 25, Mr. Smiley's Gardens, JD's, Misty Snug, Smoky Roll, Fraser, Rokoski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farm, 420, Jeff Dorowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Evolve, Cameron, Mr. Bagsy, Jill Carter, Missing Marks, Mystic Grower, Jinta Snaps, DTE, Grows Avery, Wolf, DLP, 2372, Net Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper, Candy Trooper, 420, Blind Cat, 420, Let Up Against Him, UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Deb Chipwreck, Medical, MJ, Budsville, USA, Resurrection, Prophet, Chris, Martinez, Dink Man 420, Dink Man, Dan, Red Son of Farms, Good Life, Tony Bell, Teacher B, Most Hated Grower, The Major Jump, 420 Army, The American One, W Digger 714, Sharate, Skinnios, and Max, Mountain Skies, ready, hit that pop bar, Chris Words, Ian, Save Robbie, Sergeant Live, Peppa Fake Cam, Finger Lakes Finest, Bridge Patch, Dozer, Moon, Southern BT, Brewer, Choose Medical, Jared Bear, +1 Mushroom Secret City, Pat Meters, My Little 10, 2014 Spacewalker, Christian Tree Mump, T Barrington, Heart, Soul, Homegrown, Mike B, G, T Dwayne, East Coast Will, IDA, Galactic Guards, John Smith, Elliptus, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Roscoe Paul, Lemon Hoko, Trench, Rita, Suicide 420, Grand Menu, Mayor Bond, Salmon Sizzle, 9-inch Colas, Chris Wu, DK Great, Vision Creator, Guru, Decine Brew, Cannon Nation, JJ, wow, Dan the Indoor Man. Grow Meats, Homies, Hamilton, Grown, Clip Smoke, Keystone, Camouflage, PA, Big High, 710, Eugene, Greeley, Face Through, Hustle, Fred, Darn, Carlos, North Arizona, Big Roll 420, Ozello, Jesse White, Gassing, Yeti, Introvert, Genetics, Social, Jay, Vixen, Robin, Mr. Killer, 8 Mo, James Buttercream, C-Dub from NorCal, the Pharmacy, Seabag, Deadhead, Smokey, 616, Curtis May, more, Curtis Myron. There we go. Matt Myron. Man, butchering these tonight. Sorry, guys. Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dora, Intended Seeds, Feb Carriage, K. Mike Rubles, Lil Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence, Gonzalez, Slow to Get Up, Stu Moo, Popco 719, Bake with Shake, Baby, Old Swole, PWC, Grown Buds, Lord Wash, Mr. Weed Bloods, Old School Grower, Chad Westpire, Hunter, Grown Floor, Nugs, My Little Piece of Heaven, Puget Sound Seeds, Goliath Grower, Richard T, Crispy One Berry, Mr. Soul Food Spectrum Gone, God, Lori Hanson, Real 2,000 Years of Tradition, Mr. D. Conley, Bim Jam, McBody Bay, Show Me Satisfied, Fuck You and You, I'm Go Will, Canadian Restore, Power Dirt Farm, Call Right, Zephyr, Humble Farm, Sanders Farm, Seldom Seen, Old Park Gardens, damn. Hell, 1972, Skunk Packs, Martial Artist 2012. Looking forward to partying with you. Michael Slave Hafner, Danny McDizzle, Medically Fit, KGB, Robert Mr. Greenfingers, motherfucking Thomas, Rancher Coastal Plenty, Monkey Balls, Andrew Chapin, Bobby Lynn Beach, Prince Digger, Mitch Mac, Tony Lake, Bologna, Bill S., Weed Peace, Tater Delicious, Minty, Country Roots, You're on Fire Genetics, Earth Creeper, Big Ray 420, Teeny 101, Buds and Hazard, Mr. Club 14, Peter Bean Fire 616, Not Up North, Max Screwman, Ruby. Timothy McMibbins, Neo, Justin Beans, Chronic 88, Fat Belly, Real, Jennifer Steele, Kimmett 03, Turf Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Latino, Skater Country, Mrs. Speed, Full Steve, Firesaw, Wally Wookie, The Goddess Grows, Rasta Bob, Whitefeather Grows, Burnish Rooms, Tone Grows, Dan, K-Man Grows, BX Gunna 81, Smith, New Grows, Sean McCain, J Monks, Think Agenda, Walla Walla Cannon Grow, Fall Dog, Huron Cats, Candace, Constable. Wow. Listen, Parish, Right Bam, Justice Made 420, Fresh Grow, Thriving Herbs, High Boy, you man, man grows, we be growing out Syrian gold, love for the plant, our gold American, Spot Poker, Unfrozen Caveman, Hive, Hawaii's highest surf crack, Michael Goon, Jeff Lowenfels, Micro Goo, or Mobius Grows. Wow, Dan Brownies, Dan D, Elliot Harkins, Missing Flavor, The Foraging Gardener, Overwater, Overkill, Shadow Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green Forward, 514, Amelia Jensen, Oz, Indica, Dr. James, J. Coco, Brandon Russ, Matthew Gates, Steve's Bags, Drone Sar, Shotgun Willie, Date Yoda, J. Simmons, Turbo Bros, Clackamas, Scoop, DJ Conley, Air the Grower, late 1978, Michigan Grow Buds, Your Boy, Roy Boy, Delta 9, J. McDaniels, Clackamas, 420, Seeking Cool, Zildjian, Cypher, PFC Farms, Husky Gardens, Sun Grown 707, J.A. Dro, J420, Cascadian Grow, Tito's, McGee, Four Plants A, Weed Works, A, Captain Scrawl, Chunky Buds, Hans Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, McGaster, Tempe, Annie N.D. Urge, Green Junior Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Goose 11, Smiles 11, Bindu Buds, Michael Ross and Plenty, Richard Forbes, David Pimento, P4 P Vunk, Nick T, John Maurice. What about Bob Prince, Patty, Daniel Bergman, Green Puffin Man, B. Dunkley, James Chung, Sarge Rose 818, John Wayne, Carolina Root, Sister Golden Harrier, Dana L. Dankarino, KNF Garden. Oh, the good turn right here. Blank 1030, choose one only feed. Farmer James, Crypto Dope, Richard Lamb, HIP Grow, Matt Jabeen, Dan Marino's, Chronic Wonder, Sunrise Grows, Top Floor Genetics, Small Vision 420, Can2 Cannabis, Jesse Fisher, My Dog Nelly at Roosty Farms, Alex Hardy Gear, one and the same, Matty Cropper, Dan Grows Photos, Let Grow Med, Sunrise Grow, Lexi, Brittany, and Koo, and Chase. That's the most special things in my life. No Limit 916, Grumpy Toad, Alchemist, Ketamix, Soilborn Addiction, Ross Joe, Alex D, Dirty Or, Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propagation Station, John McDaniels, Listen Maurice, Our Girls 818, Blaze, Daily Pride, Piper, Perpetual, Eagle Crowd War, Seven Smiles 4, You, Frank, Side of the Dank, Duchess, Kino, Kelly Maxwell, Captain 420, Frank, Side of the Dank. Yeah. What about Bob Hill, Juster, Pop Shrew, John Gorski, John Doe, Dungeon Gangster, THC4, PTSD, T Bear, John Hanson, Rural Swamp, Polero, Canabico, Best of because Jen Doe, Mr. Manny D, Cannon Ferraro, 420 AB, Normal Guerrero, Frank Guerrero, that is, Frank Lynn Guerrero to be specific. Bare Feet, J Brent 74, CK Brown Guy 420, Pachyderm 420, Burning Tree, Maine, EA Grayson, Grows 207, Hydro Daily, Hip with GG, Jamie Breen, Supreme Great Mr. Stoney Rockafeller was here tonight. Bruce City, Sin, Why Sustainable, Midnight Roots, Dead Cynic, Knuckles, Michael P, Pauly B, Quick, Be Nimble, Buddy, Kilowatts, Michael D4889, Disbanded Brothers, Muslim Man Joseph, Grace Madison RX, Keith and Chief Hydro Daily, Concerned American Cannabis 411, Freedom of Seed, Stacker Joints Worst, D's Tree, Conscious of Duke, 710 is oil upside down. I don't know why you need this anymore. Jesse Stevenson, Victoria, but dudes, that's Canada but a babe. Sacred Gardens, Gus Rose, Slick Rick, A Dog Pounds, David St. Louis, I'm Watch, Castaigne, Yeti, and Bryn, and then Grow Knuckle, Off Grid Terps, Christopher, Big Force, 54, Last Predator, and Matthew Socal, Sioux, Illinois, Man Beater, Shake Proof. Dark Horse X, Owner, Dude, Joel, and Jen from North Sergeant X, Caroline, Miss Cry, PTA B13, Leo, Brew Beyond Perfection, XX, Elite, GP, XX, Uncle Stoner, Christmas Treat Kitchen, Growers Paradise, LED Grown Gardens, I see Decoy Bacon, Mrs. Scotto, First Big One, J. Allen, Big Bob Grows, Sally Canada, Australian Grown, Yuck 420 Gardens, Daniel Phillips, Mr. Nowhere Band, Selling Sally, Silly Fucking Seashells. Wob Wobby, Sean Finn's Rescue Roadside LLC, Notorious Thug, Mike Messine, Father and Son, Tribute Tutorials, Dub T, Dank, Jose Ramirez, Dog of the Boy, 420, Buck, Cheapo Man, DR, 420, Community Videos, Detroit River, at Louis Garcia, Michael's P, Paul, AJ, Everyday Captive Audit, Jet Bob 13, Maine, 420, Med Growers, Cookies, Jay Kendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods, All Good, Sally Mansell, Adam Skinkin, Chanel Simpson, One Smoke Away, Contra Roads, Kazoo, Aaron Burns Rooms, Mr. Lincoln Stinkin, Angel Studios, MG, the 420, Grown 10, Paul DL, John Plumbing, Dakovich, Flower, wow. Pauly P. Seldom Seen Elevated, Lenny Organic, Sunman, Chiba Sunny, Jeff Bocala, Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming's, Candy Forest Farmer. Fuck all that be the Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512, Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Greystone, Stoner Baker, MD, Stony Creek, Russ Sonic, Fringe Dweller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man, Herman, Free Bird, Boat Grower, Matty Guy, Simple Man, Survivor One Time, Tim Blake, Gulf Coast Chronic, Stink Fat, Caballero, Polero, Harley Grower, Jen God, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, The Island, Hayes, Scoop, Steve Speaks, Share, Ream, Brandy K, TCDR, Claire Killing, Wardrobe, Farming, Randy, Grande, Piff 1000, Ace Boom 3223, Wake Up, Captain Freedom, Beat, Buffalo Smiles, 15 digits. Michigan Ganja Moods, Fred G, Super Bob, Groski 808, Weekend at Birdies, K-Bag, Justice Station, Strong, Solid, Organic, Zippy, Imanic, Honesty, K-Bell, Meow Flower, Brent Boog, Todd Kendricks, and Newton's K&T, Kiss D, True Serum, Full Times, Full, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, Ancient Soul Grown, Kevin Jiu-Jitsu, Kenna Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Clab Low Cut, Ever Trendly, Momentic Meds, Raz Benchy, Helen Hughes, Janus, James T, Atomic Spoon, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, LT Gardens, High Flyer 420, Lobster Brush, Bro, Mother Tree, Maine, Red Pill, Yo Boy, Roy Boy, Aesthetic, Shannon Gibbons, Ruhan, Red Dove, Rick W, Comfortably Numb, One Smoke Away, The 840 Show, Richard Lamb, Red Pill 710, Cannabis for Soup, Kate Rolling, Worthy Buzz, Logan Man 81, The Old Flower Podcast, Authorized Fact, Warren Dixon, Pink Lady Luck, I'm on the 420, surrounded by Keith Raleigh Farms, French Dweller, Single Fathers, Happiness Without Guilt, Mike Steve, 562 Ganja, James Chrysler, Green Golson, Alexanzola, B. Benson, Astro Charlie, Steven Smurf, A. 4GTC, A. Bush Doctor, Dirty Hope Gardens, CK, James Weaver, Grow Owens, Corey Gagnon, Green Hill Farms, Hillbilly Herbs, Tasty Worm, Terps, Skunky Brewster, YBF, Lower OG, Abalas Farm, Spartan Grown, Johnny Green, Thumb 710, Michigan Wildflower, Seldom Seen, Gambler, Todd O'Connor, DP710, Caribou TV, Virginia Herbs, Red Primo, Equilibrium Genetics, Trophy Truck, Skyway, Kevin O'Donnell, School of Truck, Stupid Trucker, eBay Blood Trender, Glass Girl 420, Ted Nugs, Matt Javine, Greg 77, Ted Nugs, Skunk 8, Blastworks, Beast Mode 347, Mike Atomic Skier, JMA 182, Justin Gucci, Webcam, Dan Sony, Baby Fat J Coot, Pip 1000, Dan Stoney, Sunshine Farm, Daydreams, Brad Star, Mountain Loree, Scotty Nowhere, Justice Mink, Not Sure, Red Bear Farms, Two Dogs, Seeds, Butt Plug, Bungaloo, Lucky, Claudie, Godzilla, Mounty World, Green Colette, CT Garden, Benny Ben, Up and Able, Mr. Barduger, Kushner, Prime Sentimental, Green Goddess, Alberta Canvas Girl, Earth Creeper, Dawn Hazelhurst, Man S, John Galt, Cool Word, Robert Rittenhouse, Pedro and Disney, Joey Berger, Mr. DeVille, Mikey from Maui Gold Genetics, Dragonfly, Earth Medicine, Thunder Dance, San Louis, Sun Grown, Super Bob, Dutch Gross 420, Tough Impact, Mr. Tree, Green Gypsy, 1 DAF 247, Dirty Rotten, Imbecile 69, City Games, Gingerbug, Sovereign, A, Paco, Smartphone, Beat Ridley, Val F, Tough Impact, Crazy People Doing Stuff, Wait Pie, Multiple Division, Patio, Bears Growing, and Home Invaders Get No Fucking Pity, Blue Kiss Gardens, We Nerd GWC, Showed for Life, Token Pirates, Supernatural, Brittany Nicole, Sacred Gardens, Rossifla, Joey One Love, No BS, Penny Pepper Rivers, Frank Roddy 420, Chef J Reese, Dog Days Gardens, Cole Reed, Big Force 54, or 420 Green Goddess, Luke Cell, Pearly Baker, Christ, Terrestrial Jungle, Diggity Dank, the L, the Beastly, Lord Camp, Swimmer 23, the Go Boss, Jim Clemmer, MB Closet Grower, Blinded by the Light, Weed Fairy, and a Grow No, Miss Vicious, Doc Callus, Mr. Toad, Uncle Rick, Mr. 12 and 12, Cassie, Pirate Fair, Mr. Like, Mark, Leafly Hill, Panic Cat, BK, Urban Reamer, Red Dragon Brothers, Journey of a Grower, Dab Hunter, JG, GML, Leafly, Wiggly, Cam, the Candyman, High Type 420, PG, the Humble Local 2.0, Nicotine, K Good Farms, Zachary G, Sayer Wolf, PU, Eddie Alvarez, Turf Wizard, Paisley, Acres, S.103, Drusel, MK Ultra, Chillbird, Brandon Harris, 710 Connoisseur, Pheno, Fisherman, man, it's an honor you popped in. Hopefully you do more often. Kemp Knight, Cottonmouth, Grow Icy Cold, Surly Moss, Donkey Kong, or DK. We sell that. Driving Miss Hazy, Herb Conscious, Woody J, Roy Dugan, Meyer, Wana King, Ganja, Ninja, How What You Got, Justin Houdini. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Big Blazer 80, Ryan Kowalski, Marcus Green Thumb, 420 Ben, A Nova, Weed, Monster Grow, the Quiet One, Who Be Growing Doobies, the Fire Department, 420 Colts Mountains. Man, I wish I knew what I wrote right there. Bowman Farmer. And hopefully they come back through. Danny Spout. Bang from Grades Green Group. GGD. Bang. I'm sorry. Cottonmouth. I'm tired. Much respect to you, my friend. The good folks at the coffee pot, thank you for your time. Seymour Cuts, Biosynthetic, and a bunch of names I got over there I need to put on the list. But last but not least, Weedus 207. Thank you, all you guys that have contributed, hung out in chat. Come on, told me your stories, all that shit. Growing the plant, just for growing the plant. Thank all you guys for fighting the fight. Using the plant, hanging out. With that being said, if this is the end of your day, your journey, please get some rest. This is the beginning of your day, your journey. Please take time out for a little bit of self-love, a little bit of meditation along the lines of what I am hoping is a most wonderful day for you. Please take time out and do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness saves lives. I'm not afraid to say that somebody, people, circumstances have been helped out once or twice. And I'm not afraid to return the favor. With that being said, have a wonderful day. I will see you tonight. I think I'm coming at 11:30. No scheduled guests. I reached out. Hopefully I get an answer. I gotta get on it. With the move and everything coming up. I'm a little scatterbrained with scheduling. So bear with me. No time soon will be giving this up. I love you guys. Have a good day. I am out of here. They said you can smoke in here.